Okay, alrighty. So, does everybody remember where we were at the end of last session?
Yeah. We're getting ready to
But
siege Kathir.
yeah,
Indeed. Um, yeah, the party had stayed up a little late planning you guys's basically plan of attack, and and then had bedded down for the night to wake up the next morning and begin to make your preparations. So, to go over the plan really quick, does everybody remember what the plan was?
Um, I remember my part of the plan. I'm gonna be on Vinkin's back with the bombs.
Right. Um, so I know you guys had discussed, basically taking the Jimmy Changa, or not the Jimmy Changa, the Jimi Hendrix out into the bay outside of Kathir and basically starting to fire the cannons and starting to draw their forces out of the bay. And then that's where you and your alchemy bombs come in handy. And then from there, you are going to have the wood elves attack by land and create a massive kind of secondary distraction while you guys try to sneak in the back door.
Ew.
So yeah. So all right. So as you guys get up and you guys have the Jimi Hendrix all ready to rock and roll. And everybody is kind of just gathering up the last minute stuff and getting ready to set sail. Before you guys set sail and kind of bark this whole thing off, is there anything that anybody would like to do?
Um, I would like to. I guess we're like hanging out with the monks and that kind of thing, right? Before we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to see if I can whip up some healing potions with my alchemist tools. I'd like to meet with the monks to see if we can gather some kind of quick herbs or something to make healing potions.
Yeah, so as there's kind of some bustling going on around Chichen Itza, and you take a few moments and pull some of the monks aside, and they yeah, they're 100% tracking what you're saying, and they begin to go out into the local surrounding forests and begin to pull different ferns and herbs and things that are naturally occurring, and start gathering some utensils. And they take you up to the third level and off to the side where there's actually they have basically kind of like an area set up for this already where they're kind of already making a few different things and salves and different things of that nature, and you guys begin to get to work. um I can't imagine you're wanting to spend a lot of time on this,
No.
so go ahead and roll me a d4, see how many you guys can bust out really quick.
One.
One. So in your
roll
haste,
four.
huh?
Oh, I thought you said everybody roll one.
No. Just yeah, just Matt. So yeah, you're unfortunately in your haste, you're only able to come up with one, but one's better than none. Um, is there anything else that anybody would like to do or prepare before you guys set all of this in motion?
What kind of healing properties does this have?
I would just treat it as a standard healing potion.
Okay.
No, there's nothing I want to do
So
either.
6 HP.
It should be 10 healing.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's a. I think that's the greater
It's
healing potion.
no 1d8. It should be 1d, or it's 2d4 plus 2 or some shit like that. Is a healing potion. I can't. It's something like that. So I always do the maximum amount, which is 10 HP for healing potions, and then graders are 20.
Oh yeah, 2d4. You're right. Okay, so 10. else I want to do.
Aruk or Captain Zezel?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I
Okay.
have anything that I need to do.
Okay. I just didn't know. I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity. So as you come back with your only one, unfortunately, healing potion, you kind of see that all of the, as you're coming down the stairs, you guys see all of the elves, the different tribes have kind of gathered in this clearing, and it's quite a formidable force when you guys also consider what you guys have going at the beach. So with Venkin and Perry going air assault style, that would make the party that's sneaking. That's going to be like basically the original core of the stealth party before you guys join up later after dropping the bombs. Is going to be Aruk, Zezel, I guess then Althea, Molly, and who else?
The
Say
tribes,
Calico.
tribes of the Wood Elves.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking what's his name?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Yeah.
Yeah, Zimbabwe's part of it. So then, and of course, the elves are they're gonna make a bit of a distraction. Are you gonna take any of the crew member Wood Elves with you? Or are you gonna have? Or no, they're gonna be piloting the ship.
Yeah.
They're gonna be piloting the ship. So so yeah, small kind of entry party. I'll say that for this session, then Calico Jack will be with the ship, helping out with the distraction on the ship. So that makes it Althea, Molly, Zezel, Uruk, and Zimbabwe, who are the main, the ones that are doing the main sneaking early on. Okay, so as everybody is kind of gathered and you guys kind of see the brunt of all of your forces and realize that while you guys have the element of surprise and a pretty good plan, this is going to be an uphill battle. The tribes total maybe about 200, 220 roughly in total. So they're going to be able to make a noise, but they're not going to be able to overcome the forces. So you guys know that you're going to have to get in and get out quickly. Well, as quickly as you possibly can. Having said all of that, you see the chieftains beginning to kind of get their soldiers in a row and starting to kind of get them going, and the chieftain that you originally spoke with, the first one that you guys spoke with, approaches the party and says, "Are we ready to go?" In Elvish, actually looking at you, Venkin.
I look to the rest of the party and ask for ready to go.
I was getting ready to respond. Damn it.
I
Huh?
billow my cloak.
I mean,
Say I'm ready.
when he said that before Nick said that he said it in Elvish, I was just getting ready to respond. So it would have been a repeat of last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look over and I jokingly say, I think the cloak says yes.
And he nods and says, well then, Godspeed and good luck. And gives you a bit of a bow, and then he shouts in Elvish a command, and the different forces begin, all the other chieftains begin shouting their commands, and the forces begin to move off in the direction of, at first you kind of see they're just kind of making their way through the woods, but then it becomes quickly apparent that these elves are very adept, and it almost seems like within a few dozen yards, they almost seem to just kind of disappear and blend in with the forest as they begin to move swiftly through the forest. And you guys make your way, or at least the rest of those who are not joining the stealth portion of the party make their way back to the ship and begin to set sail out into the bay. So how do you guys want to handle? You guys want to go ahead and jump into the transformation and air bombing portion, and I'll have So the giant eagle. So Venkin, I imagine you're going ahead with the giant eagle again.
Yeah, we'll do the eagle.
All right, so Venkin transforms himself into a massive eagle, and Perry, you get your sack of bombs and climb on, and you guys take to the air. The rest of the party, you guys begin to head out. At this point, I'm gonna have a little bit of a time skip as just the forces traveling to the destination. You guys make a few hours pass. Let's say, what did I say last time? It took you guys about
2.5 hours, I think.
Yeah, about 2.5, 3 hours or so to get through the forest and onto the horizon. As so with the main ground force and the stealth party, you are perched on a hill just outside the city, kind of overlooking and just trying to get a lay of what's going on. So Aruk and Zezel, go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Seven.
Okay, and Aruk.
19.
19 perception. Okay, so Zezel, you're having a hard time seeing over the hill, but Aruk, you can see that. Since from the intel that you guys got when you guys the last intel that you received of the happenings going on in the city, it does appear that the city has relaxed a little bit. There's still quite a large force in the bay, but there aren't soldiers on every single corner like there were a few days ago. It seems that the choosing to wait a few days may have paid off in you guys' favor, as you're on the hill, hiding behind this hill, basically waiting for the fireworks to start so you can begin to make your way into the city. I will say also, too, with that 19, you can see off in the distance, you can see just a little bit of a rustling in the trees where you imagine the Wood Elf forces are now gathering. Moving over to Venkin and Perry up in the sky. As you guys get on the other side of this forest, and now you can see the city of Kathir below you in the bay. You Perry, go ahead and make perception for me.
Okay, do we still have the periscope affixed?
Yeah, I imagine that you guys would have. I think you guys talked about that last session that you guys were gonna have the periscope again for this as well.
Sweet. So that would be a 24.
You see basically the same thing that I just said to Aruk. It seems that since the last time you were here, it is things have calmed down a little bit, and it seems the security has laxed just a little bit. And this gives you hope that maybe your element of surprise might have pack a little bit more punch than it would have, maybe even a couple of days ago.
How many ships do I see?
Enemy ships. There's absolutely. There's better than 24 enemy ships in the harbor.
Okay.
I'll call it. Let's say there's 28.
Okay.
Enemy ships in the harbor. And you do see battalions of soldiers, but not nearly as many as there were last time. There's not soldiers posted on every single street corner, like there were a few days ago. Mm-hmm. However, there still does to be a bit of a heightened presence. Okay. So yeah, as you guys are flying about and preparing to get in position, off in the distance with that perception, you see the Jimi Hendrix coming into view in the harbor and getting within range. As the Jimi Hendrix comes within range, you begin to see some movement and pointing on the elven ships, and almost as soon as they notice, the first cannons fire, and they're deafeningly loud. Even up here, you can hear them and you see the puffs of smoke coming from the cannons as the Jimi Hendrix begins to open fire. Give me just a few seconds. Let me make a couple rolls. And yeah, absolutely, things immediately start going according to plan. As this happens, you see at the first couple of rounds, kind of you see splashes just in front of some of the ships as they're kind of dialing in. And with the second set of rounds, you actually see one cannonball come down and crash onto the deck of one of the elven ships, spraying wood everywhere and scattering bodies. As you see sails dropping and you see all of these ships beginning to make their way out into the harbor to attack this invader. As this begins to unfold and the ships are starting to make their way out into the harbor, that's when you begin to see the forces, your elven forces, like crouching low and sneaking up to the outer limits of the city. And after a few moments pass, you begin to see them descending across the docks and flowing up, and fighting begins to break out everywhere. There's elves and wood elves dying in kind, one after the other, as the waves and waves of these wood elves crash over the shore, crash over the docks and up into the city, catching the elves off guard. And yeah, absolute chaos ensues. You begin to hear several of the the towers that are along the bay on the outer edges of the city. You begin to hear them like sirens going off and things of that nature, and you begin to hear like commands being shouted and things like that. Yeah, so, and as all of this commotion is going on, more and more of these ships are heading out into the bay and beginning to try to return fire at the Jimi Hendrix.
I think if I'm picturing this bay correctly, the opening to the bay shouldn't be wide enough for 28 ships wide, correct? To be able to get
No.
through. Okay.
Nope.
I think, Venkin, what we should do is we should fly over the foremost ships and drop these bombs on them to see if we can create more of a bottleneck. Try
Okay.
and slow down the advance onto the Jimi Hendrix.
Absolutely. So you're gonna hit the foremost ships.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So yeah, and as this is kind of all happening, yeah, so the way that this here, actually, let me just do a quick sketch real quick of kind of. So it's kind of almost like a wide mouth of a river, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of opens up like this.
Yeah.
As and the city's kind of situated along this riverbank as it opens up, and the ships as they're coming out of this bay area are almost like in like many of them are like almost like a widely staggered line.
Okay.
Like kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys take off out over the water and fly, I imagine, like over the Jimi Hendrix and then come in towards the city, kind of almost like a strafing run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just gonna carpet bomb the shit out of him and make him pass. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Yeah. Fucking. So yeah. As you guys get into position and are about to come over the first ship, go ahead and make a ranged attack roll.
All right. Just one.
Yeah, if you're just for one per bomb.
Okay. Okay, that's a. Let's see. Can I add anything to this, or is it just going to be a straight roll?
No, so it'll be
ranged attacks.
Yeah, so it's like a ranged attack roll. So
my
I would
dexterity
say, Yeah, dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 16, a 15, and a 17.
You dropping 3 bombs to go straight off with?
Yep.
All right, 15, 16, and 17.
I want to hit 3 different ships if I can.
Gotcha. I understand. So the 15 is the only one that misses. The 15 kind of lands a few feet off the side of the ship, however, still explodes when it hits the surface of the water. And so it explodes next to the ship, so that one's going to take half damage.
Okay.
But the other 2 are direct hits
Okay.
as you drop them right onto the deck of the ship. And that's a 3rd level fireball spell.
Yeah, so that's going to
for
be
each.
8d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's 9, 10, 13, 14, 20, 25 damage.
Per ship?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So with the got a direct hit and then a glancing blow. So with those first couple of bombs dropped, the first one misses just off the front. Hits the water, explodes, this massive fireball rocking the ship. And it does slightly change the course of the ship. The 2 that are staggered behind it are both direct hits. As you kind of just, the first one you drop over the side, kind of barely misses. The next one you just grab 2 as you fly over and drop 1 off each side of the eagle. They fly down, both are direct hits. Massive fireballs erupt on the deck of the ship. You see elven soldiers like completely on fire, jumping off the deck of the ship. The sails catch fire. The deck of the ship is on fire. And as this happens, actually, the ship on this side of the first ship begins to turn in as this ship turns out, and they collide with one another. Wood splinters everywhere, and the ship that didn't catch fire, as it gets hit from listing to the side from the explosion, as it gets hit, gets rocked over on its side and scoops up a bunch of water as it does, and then it begins to sway back and forth. And you can see from the impact, a massive hole opens up in the backside of it, and it begins to take on water. The first ship that you missed is now sinking. All right, so more bombs.
Yeah, let's make another pass.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're continuing to fly up this line. Are you gonna fly around and try to hit those same 3 again, or are you gonna just continue along and drop them on some of the ones further in the back of the line?
I don't know, Vinkin. What do you think?
How many you got?
I got 8 more.
I think we can do another run and then we might save the rest.
Okay. So do you want to hit the same ones, or do you want to go for 3 different ones?
So are those 3 completely immobilizing the ones behind them, or what?
2 of them. So I'll say this: that as the ships behind are gaining speed due to the wind, kind of almost faster than they can slow down at this point. You do suspect that there may be some more carnage as this thing piles up a little bit, but as of right now, only the 2 that collided are immobilized. The other one is on fire, but still moving towards the Jimi Hendrix. And the others are still moving.
I think maybe we should go for 3 that are like on the opposite side. And
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you guys are going to fly around, try to make another pass, and hit 3 different ones to try to create more of like a blockade almost of carnage. Okay, absolutely. So as you guys drop those 3 bombs, and then you guys kind of bank off to the right and swoop around for another pass. Yeah, let's make 3 more ranged attack rolls.
That's a 19, a 16, and a fucking 5.
So, all right. So the 5, that one, as you go to drop it, it just flings out of your hand a little funny, and it kind of goes off and lands about 15, 20 feet off the side of the ship, exploding, not really doing much damage. The other 2, however, are direct hits again. And 2 more ships catch and burst into flames. Go ahead and give me that damage when you can.
13, 25 again.
25 again. All right. So as two more ships burst into flame, but the two ships that you caught were in front of the one that you missed. However, now there's 4 ships ablaze, and one is rapidly sinking, and there is quite a bit of carnage piling up as there are more and more rounds still being fired from the Jimi Hendrix, and they're just kind of, you see occasionally a cannonball come through the flames and crash into another ship with a big hole into the deck and splinters of wood flying everywhere. Absolute carnage in the bay at this moment. Are you guys going to drop any more bombs, or are you going to try to save the rest for something
We got
else?
5 left. I don't know. You cool with dropping 2 more and we'll save 3? All right. Yeah, let's do that.
Alrighty. All right, so you guys going to do the same thing again, make another pass?
Yep.
Alrighty. This time, as you guys begin to turn, as you guys begin to bank, just a second. There are a couple of elves down on the deck of the ship that you guys, one of the ships that you guys just passed over but haven't hit yet, who are taking a few shots at you guys with arrows.
Do we see them?
No. But you do see a few arrows narrowly miss you past you guys as you're flying. And you guys bank around for another go. 2 bombs.
All right. One of them was an 11, and then the second one was a nat 20.
Okay, so the first one, you kind of let go of it a little bit too early, and it lands kind of just in the water, next to the ship that's sinking, and it blows up and splashes water all over that ship. However, the other one lands at the perfect place. As one ship is trying to get around the wreckage and kind of make its way around to get and kind of broadside the Jimi Hendrix to be able to take some better, more accurate shots. Just as it gets into that gap, this one falls and lands directly on and hits the mast, exploding and catching the entire thing on fire. And as this happens, the mast actually cracks from the pressure of the explosion and begins to fall down into the water next to the ship, creating even more carnage and clogging up the channel even further.
So
Nice.
double damage on that would be 68.
Yeah, this ship that you hit with the nat 20 is very badly damaged. The entire thing is on fire. It killed several of the crew just from the force of it. Yeah, it is quite a bit of carnage. I would say you guys have upwards of 60% to 70% of this entire channel opening impassable at this moment. And it is causing quite the stir as these ships are kind of backing up behind this as they're trying to slow down and drop anchors as they began to, as they were speeding up to get out. And now they're kind of trapped in a bit of a traffic jam, and the Jimi Hendrix now has the guns pointed almost straight at the sky and is just volleying rounds down into this cluster of ships that's kind of traffic jam behind this shitstorm that you guys have created. Yeah, so you guys have 3 bombs left as you make that final strafing run. Are you guys going to head to rejoin the party?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
go out and Perry, would there be any way for you to message the ship to take off and start running away?
As long as we can get close enough, yeah. It's like 100 and something feet, 120, I think. Yeah.
So I
So you
guess
guys want to do a flyby and kind of
I wanna
swoop
message.
down low so you can send a message.
Yeah.
their
Okay.
job's done. They don't really need to be here.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys swoop down and send a message to Captain Jimmy. And as you guys kind of pull up and begin to fly off and meet the rest of the party, you can kind of see that the Jimi Hendrix begins to kind of turn off and make its way further back out, giving itself a little bit more space. And as you kind of bank around and begin to fly over, you see that the Wood Elves, through all this carnage that you guys have been creating over the last few minutes, you see that the Wood Elves have made their way up into the city a little bit more, and there's just a massive amount of fighting. But you can also see that reinforcements are pouring from the center of the city, and heading to reinforce them at the docks.
Should we try to cut them off with those bombs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Are
I
you
think, I
asking
think
me?
we should just go ahead and burn the last 3 and see if we can cut off the reinforcements.
Absolutely. So as you guys begin to see, you see kind of like almost like this spreading out of these wood elves as they're kind of making their way out into the city, branching out in all directions. And then you see there's a couple of streams of soldiers coming down a few roads, and you guys can kind of come across and just kind of drop a couple perfectly placed bombs to try to cut their path off, kill some of them,
Yeah.
and hopefully slow down the reinforcements. So yeah, let's go ahead and make 3 more ranged attacks.
Okay.
The AC for this is going to be 15 again.
Okay. That's not great. That's a 5.
Okay.
That's a 14. Damn it.
Okay.
And another nat 20.
Okay. So as you guys begin to pass off, the first one lands on top of a building. A couple of stories up, and just explodes on top of the building, catching it on fire.
Killing a family. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. It looks to be, you're not exactly sure what the building is, as elven architecture is so, all of it's so goddamn grandiose that you're not able to tell exactly what it is. The second one, the 14, it doesn't hit any of the troops, but it does, however, hit into the middle of an intersection of roads and causes them to have to divert and take a longer route.
Okay.
The direct hit, however, just as this force of maybe 20 or 30 troops is coming in to reinforce, just as they're crossing through an intersection, this thing just timed perfectly lands smack in the middle of them, getting all of them inside of its sphere. So go ahead and give me that nat 20 damage.
That's another 60.
60 damage as it basically just annihilates the entire company. Is it just basically just, you see all 20 plus of them just smoldering and laying on the ground as you guys pull up and begin to fly out. So I'm going to leave you guys zibriefly and go to the rest of the party. Aruk and Zezel leading Althea, Molly, and Zimbabwe. As you guys are kind of hiding on this hill, you see all of this chaos that I've just described unfold out over the water. You can even see this tiny little speck flying out there above, and then every few moments, just massive explosions landing across the ship. You also watch these wood elves just going absolutely for blood, just crawling over the city like a zombie apocalypse almost. Think World War Z style. They're just crawling all over this thing. Oh, that's right. We have World War Z wood elves in this universe. It's canon from the last ship combat you guys had. Do you guys remember that when you had the hobgoblin ship when you captured it, and I had the wood elves crawling over the side?
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
So as these wood elves are making their way through the city, and you guys also too, you wait for the opportune moment and then sneak your way into the city. Everything okay? Everything okay? Hey, it's all right. Hey, you're good. Sorry about that. So Sorry, I've lost my whole entire place there for a second. All right, so you guys make your way off of the hill and into the city. And as you guys are making your way through the city, I'm gonna need basically everybody to make stealth rolls as you guys are just trying to kind of make your way towards the tower, knowing that your compatriots will rendezvous with you at some point. Get stealth with these other guys. Dang D20s. So that's Zezel and Aruk I need the stealth checks from. I just need basically a nat 1 check from you, Zezel.
13.
13. Okay.
13 plus all my bonuses. So
Yeah. Right, yeah. And what about you, Aruk? What's that stealth check?
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, shit. Aruk, damn. All right, so that's a 17 for Althea, a 19 for Molly, and let's get Zimbabwe. Okay, so that's a natural 1 from Zimbabwe. As as you guys are very quietly stealthing your way through the city and making pretty good time making your way towards the tower, and Zimbabwe trips and falls and knocks a bunch of shit that's kind of like stacked up outside of the back of one building, some maybe some crates as you guys are cutting through an alleyway, and just makes a whole shitload of ruckus, like knocks like all kinds of shit down, and kind of like rings out, and everybody stops for a second, and they're like, "Fuck!" And Zimbabwe's just kind of like back there like this, like covering his mouth with his hands, like mouths. I'm sorry. But after a few moments pause, luckily it doesn't seem that anyone noticed. And you guys begin to you guys got lucky on that die roll just now. just so you guys know. But anyways, you guys continue your way. Bringing it back to Venkin and Perry. I need a perception check from you, Perry. As you guys are flying now over the city looking for your compatriots.
15.
With the periscope?
Oh, not with the periscope. What do
I was
get
about to
with
say, I'll roll if that's all you can get.
with the periscope, I think I get like another +5 or something, so a 20.
20. Yeah, so it takes you guys a few minutes, and you guys are kind of flying around, but eventually you hear a crashing sound, and you're like, what the fuck? As you're kind of flying low over the city, and then you kind of pan the thing down, and you see fucking Zimbabwe as he's just knocked over this big stack of shit, Sally, and you see the whole party like turn around and look at him like, what the fuck?
Does he look up and see us?
No, he doesn't see you.
Okay, I was gonna say if he did, I was gonna be like,
Yeah. But yeah, you see them now after they're kind of pausing and checking around, but you can see around the area, and you can see that luckily for them there aren't any guards in the immediate vicinity that would have heard them.
I want to message them and let them know that there's nothing in the immediate vicinity.
Who is that going to specifically?
Zezel.
Zezel, as moments after you hear after Zimbabwe's fucking sound and light show, you hear Perry's voice in your head saying, essentially, don't worry, there aren't any guards within earshot. And as this voice kind of enters your head, you kind of look up and you kind of see the eagle flying. You see Venkin in his eagle form flying up above you.
And I try my best to billow my cloak as it's already billowing from the wind. So it's
Yeah.
just like
Your guns.
Yeah.
finger guns, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, finger guns. You're kind of like surfing on
yeah.
on Venkin's back, like shooting finger guns with your cape
Yeah.
billowing dramatically behind you. Are you guys gonna fly down and then land?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you
Or-
guys make your way.
Or we could, provide aerial support for perception.
I was gonna say I could drop you off and I could
Okay,
do
yeah, that
that,
works.
and or even I don't know, use the giant eagle for a minute.
I mean, we've
Yeah,
got
it's
another
like-
like 3 hours with it, so
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
probably
close
two
too.
after
So
the bombing, but I mean, still, that's plenty of time.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll say that. So are you going to then stay in your eagle form, drop him off, and then kind of basically be the eye in the sky and kind of keep a flight over him and kind of guide them around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you're gonna, I would say that if you're gonna go that approach and you're gonna try to guide the party around the elven forces that you can see on the ground, with their stealth abilities and everything else like that, I'm gonna say we're gonna make just a couple of rolls to see how well you guys do, and then that way we don't have to do like 30 different fucking intersection encounters rolls, because you guys now are gonna be able to know where everything is around you with your eye in the sky. So let's do 4 stealth checks at, basically we're just gonna do 4 stealth checks at intersections. We're gonna consider 4 intersections. So let's have everybody do a stealth check. What? Oh, Matt, that doesn't look good.
That's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay.
Does he not have +10?
No, he didn't cast Pass Without Trace.
No, I'm still flying unless you guys want me to land. So.
Yeah, no, you guys do not have the Pass Without Trace. So.
No nat ones.
Okay, and Aruk.
That is going to be a 14.
Okay. Althea and Molly pass, and then Zimbabwe comes in hot with a 12.
Yeah.
So you guys, go ahead.
My highest was a 14.
Damn. Okay, so you guys, I'll say with the first one, nobody nat one or anything else like that. With the first one, you guys have a little bit of a close call and a little bit of a miscommunication. However, you are just able to avoid. Coming face to face with a group of about 5 or 6 guards. Now, of course, you guys feel like you could probably take 5 or 6 guards, but it's a matter of slowing y'all the fuck down. So you guys kind of duck in an alley and wait for them to go charging past, heading towards the city. Let's see as they pass you guys. Luckily, they're so kind of fixed on their mission and trying to make haste down to the docks to join the effort that they don't notice you guys in the alleyway as they run past. All right, let's do a second stealth check. Let's do that one over again. So you guys make it a few more blocks down the street. Oh God, that doesn't look good.
21.
All right, dice jail.
Yeah, dice jail. A 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's 6.
Yikes. Okay, Aruk, what was yours? 21, did I hear you say?
21.
Okay, and then Zezel?
19.
Okay. So, yeah, this time, you see Aruk and Zezel and Molly go across the street into the next side of the alley, no problem. But as the rest of you go to cross behind them, it's just an absolute fucking mess. Zimbabwe rolls low again. He kicks something on his way through the alley because he's not paying attention to his feet at all today. And instinctively, without thinking about it, the rest of you go, "What the fuck?" And as this happens, you see 3 or 4 guards come turning around the corner, heading the same direction the last guards were heading, and they see the lot of you, and they shout, "Stop!" in Elvish, of course.
That
I
practically
mean,
like
none of us
saying
speak
halt.
Elvish, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just hear them shout at you.
okay.
You have no idea what they're shouting.
Yeah.
Habla no inglés.
How far away are they from me?
Maybe 40, 50 feet.
So what you're saying is I
40 or
could just
50
cast
feet.
fireball at him?
I mean, you absolutely could.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna fireball him.
Okay, yeah. So as you guys turn around, are like, "What the fuck?" Looking back at Zimbabwe, and these these 4 guards come around the corner and like shout at you guys in Elvish. Barry, still like with a pissed off look on his face, looking straight at Zimbabwe, just puts his hand up and casts Fireball.
So, anyways, I started blasting.
Yep.
So yeah. So that's dex saving throws from these guys, eh?
Yeah, DC
Uh,
16.
That's 2 failures and 2 more failures.
Hell yeah.
So all four fail as they come around the corner and shout and then get blown the fuck up.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 fire damage.
Yeah, 24 fire damages. They're all like they have completely forgotten about all of you as they're trying to rip armor off. Their armor's on fire. They're trying to just get out of their clothes and not be on fire anymore. So you guys they're also heavily damaged. So if you guys, this is your opportunity to
I think we should take off.
scoot and boogie,
Yeah,
unless
I'll,
you like. Good.
I can loose 3 arrows at him.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Take 3 attacks real quick. At advantage because they're just kind of standing there.
Okay. $17, 18, and 21.
Yeah, all 3 hit. As you hear all this commotion, you see this massive fireball. You come back out of the alleyway, fucking Legolas style. Phoom, phoom, phoom. Put 3 of them in there. Go ahead and get me some damage for those 3 hits.
11, 8, and a 8.
All right, so the 11 one kills the guy instantly. It just goes right into the eye of his helm, and he kind of falls back dead. The other 2 get stuck up high in the shoulder, and while they're trying to rip their armor off, they take an arrow and fall to the ground, writhing on the ground, still trying to get their armor off. And you guys, I imagine, then boot, scoot, and boogie the fuck up out of there. So as they kind of make your way, Ben can go ahead and give me a perception check.
Fuck, 3?
A 3.
4, 7. Yeah, 7.
7. So, as you guys take off down the next alleyway, go ahead and let me get stealth for all of you guys.
Oh, don't fuck me over.
Not a 1.
19.
19.
That'll do, donkey.
Zezel, did you not 1 on me?
No, I said not on that one.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear you. All right, Aruk.
12.
12. Okay, all right, so, Venkin, you don't see the small group of, elves coming down this one particular side, this one particular path, and as all the party are able to just make it in time across, Aruk bringing up the rear end after having fucking been the last one at the mouth of the alley shooting those arrows, gets spotted by this time 6 guards who shout at you in Elvish again. They shout the same thing that the last one shouted, Aruk. As you're just about to hit the alley, you see all 6 of them spot you and begin chasing after you.
How far away are they?
They're maybe 40 feet. They were 40 feet off whenever he ran across.
Do you have any more bombs?
No, I don't have any bombs, but I can cast Fireball again.
I mean, kind of being chased here.
Kaboom.
Yeah.
Are they in a line?
I mean, they kind of. I'll say, as Aruk, do you just keep running?
Yes.
Yeah. So as y'all are just kind of running down this alleyway, and Aruk like goes to enter the alleyway, they see him call out. He takes off running, and they follow. And so then, yeah, they become basically they're 2 by 2, as they kind of have to stack up next to each other to get into this alleyway. They can't like flank out 6 wide in the alley.
They're within 5 feet of each other, though.
Yeah, they're like they're in a cluster of 6.
Is it chain lightning? Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna lightning bolt them. All right, yeah. So you fucking everybody. I imagine you just kind of shout
Saves.
"duck," yeah, as everybody everybody kind of ducks out of the way, and you let a fucking lightning bolt rip down the alleyway. So deck safe from these boys. Okay, so that's a 12 and 8. Those are 2 failures. There's a 2 nat ones. Holy shit! And a there's no okay. That's a nat 20 from one of them, and 2. So one of them succeeds very well. The other ones all get fucked.
All right, so it's half damage on a success.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be what? 8d6 lightning damage. Let's see here. 10, 16, 26, 27 damage on the dice.
Oh, all right.
And you
So
guys
yeah,
had
so
2 nat ones.
yeah,
So
2
they'll
nat
take,
ones.
they'll
That's
take
double.
54.
Yeah, so 2 of them are directly in line with this thing, and they're just fucking electrocuted basically to death. They're just basically steaming, like they look like some fucking, a pile of fucking silverware that's just been pulled out of the microwave. Um, it's bad. Whereas the others were able to jump at least a little bit. But take heavy damage. One, however, is able to dodge the brunt of it, and although he is slowed down as he trips over his compatriots and goes to prone, he is mostly unharmed. He does take a little damage, but not much.
I'll lose 3 arrows at him.
As he falls to the ground, just, arrow. Okay, Aaron, go ahead and roll your
Unstoppable.
24, 23, and 24.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Jeez.
I don't even
11,
need damage. I don't even need
9,
damage. It's fine for cinematic effect. It's just better
and
if
a 16.
the dude like he sees it coming and he like jumps off with like some really nice like elven grace off of the wall. Just barely missing, just taking a little bit of electricity across him. But he doesn't. He has to land on top of his compatriots, and as he does, and he goes to look back up at you, he just gets met with 3 fucking arrows straight to the face as he just kind of twitches for a second and then falls over dead. With you just see him laying on his back with 3 arrows sticking straight out of his helm.
Yeah, I would like to say that I like baseball slide forward, and as I'm baseball sliding forward, just thunk, thunk, thunk.
Oh yeah, nice. So you just total Legolas moment. Gotcha. Okay.
God.
Yeah, you
We're doing a combat
you lose
speed run right now.
yeah, absolutely you guys are.
Just wait till I clip to the tower.
Yeah. So as you guys continue to after this latest pile of elven bodies that you have left in your wake, you guys make your way and you can see the tower now. The last thing to do is to make it into the door of the tower. You see that there are probably about a dozen soldiers. The doors to the tower are like these massive, like double doors, and they're sitting open as you can tell that some of the guard have left to go surround, but there are still 12 guards kind of standing watch out in front of the tower.
Can I look and see if there's anybody up top the tower, like outside?
Absolutely. Make perception check as you kind of climb an altitude to try to get a little bit of a better vantage point on this tower.
11.
Yeah, you don't see any. Yeah, you don't see anybody else as you make a quick lap around the tower. I think that D20 needs to go into the
Nice jail.
Yeah,
the
no,
jailhouse as well.
yeah, straight to jail.
Yeah.
Not pass and go. Not
Yeah,
collecting
do not
silver.
collect. Yeah, no, none of that shit.
All right. Sorry, I just had to plug my shit in real quick. Okay. So yeah, you can't see anybody else anywhere on the tower. What's you guys' play?
I guess I could try to. Cast.
Oh God.
Don't worry about it.
No, you're concerned.
I guess we could try to. I could either try to cast command on whoever seems to be the commanding officer and have him disperse the group, or I could cast prestidigitation and try to. Oh wait, hold on, Brandon. Do you have thaumaturgy? I wonder if.
No, I don't think so.
Damn it. Okay. I was gonna say with thaumaturgy you might be able to throw your voice. Nice.
Always throw more arrows.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and cast command at the commanding officer.
Okay. So
Okay.
what is that?
That's a wisdom
Wait.
save. Wait.
Hey,
Yeah.
you don't speak the same language.
He probably speaks common, right?
Go ahead. Right.
I mean,
Why would you put
yeah,
that
I
on
would.
me first, Cole?
Because I remember when I used to do that shit in Descent to Avernus, that's how you cut me.
Well, okay. You.
Wait a long time for that payback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
You know how
mad,
good that
apparently.
felt?
Still mad. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay,
It's gonna
absolutely.
be
So that's a wisdom.
It's a wisdom save, yeah.
What's the DC on that?
That's gonna be my cleric DC 14.
14. Natural 15.
Fuck. Okay.
That is wisdom. So how were you planning on casting command? You have to issue a command.
Yeah. I was gonna.
Flee.
Yeah, flee.
Flee. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're basically gonna just cast the command in his head that says flee.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was asking is, with the command spell, is there like a verbal component that you have to like give the command to?
Yeah, I have to.
You know what I mean?
One word command to a creature.
Okay, so you basically just shout the word flee, and the commander just like, what the fuck was that? He's like, you can kind of see him just peeking up, like looking around, trying to see if he can see who said it. And
go ahead.
I'll say you have to roll stealth against his perception.
All right.
The DC is 18.
I failed.
Oh damn.
So yeah, I failed.
Okay.
So
yeah, so he immediately just like looks around. He's like, and he looks and sees you, and then you kind of takes a moment for him to register, and he's like, "Hey!" And he kind of like shouts a command in Elvish to his.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of your lives, flee.
And he says, he just shouts to his men in Elvish.
Nothing. He didn't.
Venkin, you're still. So no, he just stands his ground. He just basically like fucking he stands his ground. You see a couple of the guards draw bows back and like knock arrows and draw bows back.
What were you saying? I was gonna ask when I could do another perception check.
I was gonna say what I was gonna say originally. I was gonna say, well, you understand it in Elvish, and I was like, no, you're up flying around. So
I'm going to cast light on the archer's eyes.
On their eyeballs, on the archer's eyeballs.
Yep, it's a cantrip, so I can cast it as many times as I want. So that should at least give them disadvantage.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It gives them disadvantage. I'm actually gonna have to make some of them make wisdom saving throws for going basically blinded, keeping their composure. Okay. So far, so well trained. There's 2 that aren't very well trained. One that is, one that isn't. Okay, so about half of the force just immediately start shaking their heads like, oh, I can't fucking see, as there's just light emitting from the helmets, all of their helmets. It just looks like just somebody turned the lights on in there, and they're like, what? Oh fuck, like looking through some night vision goggles, and somebody points a flashlight at your face, and they're just like, fuck, shit, like cursing, and they can't see anything. And let's see, one of them actually lets loose an arrow. Let's see how bad this is. He lets loose one of the arrows he had knocked, and it just kind of looses and kind of skitters and skips off the ground and just into a building across the way. Which gets his next play. And really quick, Venkin, yeah, you're flying around. If you would like to make another perception check, go ahead and see if you see anything else.
12.
You see nothing.
Come on, man.
That's
It
6
also-
rolls.
You
That's
also
6 rolls. Not a single one got over 12.
you also accidentally turned Venkin's eyes. You actually cast light on Venkin's eyes. He's just up there flying around, light shooting out his eyes. So yeah, what's your guys' next play is these so is it just on the archers?
Yeah, I was just trying to keep us from being shot.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are still, while the archers are kind of like shaking their heads and they can't see, the fighters are kind of like looking around like, what the fuck? And they've got their swords drawn and shields out, and you see the commander is like is just kind of like standing there like holding his ground. He doesn't want to, he's not going to make the first move. Like, obviously he's already up Shit's Creek, so he's not going to let you draw him out.
I'm gonna yell at him and say, "Hey, you! What's your name?"
He kind of like is just like a little puzzled, and he kind of just looks back, and he says, I'm not telling you my name. What's your name?
And I say, "Fuck you, Tony." And I cast.
It's Tony.
I would say, "Fuck you, Tony," and I'm gonna cast Ralathim's Psychic Lance.
Oh, geez. Okay, so what is that, an intelligence saving throw?
Yes. DC 16.
DC 16. Now fucking 1.
That's what he fucking gets. So he's gonna take 7d6
Ugh.
psychic damage and is incapacitated till the start of my next turn.
Okay,
10, 16, 21, 28 psychic damage and is incapacitated.
So is that double damage, or is that just...
Oh no, that was on the
That's
dice. Yeah.
That's critical failure, so that's doubled. As the last the last thing that ever goes through his mind is, who the fuck is Tony? As he just, the light leaves his eyes forever.
Insulted him to death.
Yeah, insulted him to death as he just crumples to the ground. And at this, at seeing the death of their compatriot, all but one of the other soldiers flees. Now the archers still can't see that their compatriot has died in such a gruesome manner, but the ones who could see, all but one of them flees. So there's just one elf just there, basically. All like his compatriots around him, the archers, are just like absolute messes. His captain's dead in front of him, and he's just like,
And I say,
fuck.
I look at the last one and I say, "Listen here, Tony. I'm but the weakest of my group. Don't make me sick my half-orc friend here on you."
Intimidation with advantage.
That is gonna be 21.
So after a moment, he kind of just looks, and he looks at the rest of the party standing behind you, and he looks at his comrades, and he just fucking takes off running.
Good.
He just like he follows his compatriots, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm not dying for this shit. Like, I'm not dying for this shit. Like, I could live as many as 1,000 years. I'm not dying here right now for this." And he fucking takes off. So, yeah, you guys are now free and clear to move into the. Are you going to leave the archers to their fate of not perpetual light eyeballs, but at least for what? How long does the light spell last? Like 10 minutes
An
or some
hour.
shit like that. An hour. So you just have like 5 or 6 blind elves wandering around outside, emitting light from their helmets, like fucking lanterns on Halloween.
Oh shit.
Put them out of their misery.
Who knew that light would be the most OP cantrip in the game?
Yeah, no doubt. So, Aruk, are you putting them out of their misery as you walk past?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say just for the sake of this. Yeah, it's you're walking past them and you're just like, "You poor pitiful bastards." You know what I mean? Just one at a time. A couple of them are trying to like move away and run away, but they have no idea what direction they're going in, and one even trips and falls, and you just kind of like shaking your head, almost like just pathetic. It's just fucking finishing them off one by one. Yeah, so you guys make your way into the high tower of Kathir. As you enter this massive like foyer area, it seems like this thing is like it looks massive from the outside, but from the inside, it's just as awe-inspiring. It's like it seems that almost everything's made out of what looks like something like white marble, and it's just unimaginably ornate with this uniquely elven style. And you guys, at this point, Althea says, "I think we should start with the throne room," and kind of looks at the rest of the party.
I mean, assuming she would know the layout of the.
Yeah, she knows the layout of the
spires,
tower.
So I would, follow her lead, I suppose.
Absolutely. So you guys begin to make your way up this massive spiraling stairs that leads up the tower. And you guys begin to climb. As you're climbing,
I want to cast guidance on the party.
okay, absolutely. So what says D4?
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody has a D4 of guidance. And as you guys are making your way up, you encounter a small group of royal guards. And there's about 4 or 5 of them, and they're standing there. And Althea kind of like puts her arms out behind her to like stop you guys. And she looks at the guards who are kind of like, and you can tell that they recognize her. They know who she is. And she says, "Let us pass, and we will spare your lives. It is time for the Emperor's rule to end. Too long has," and she kind of goes on saying like too long has his tyranny tarnished the name of our people, and just kind of gives them this speech of like, this has got to end, and right now you're standing in our way, and kind of thing. And you can kind of see this unease as for a moment they look like they're going to resist, and then with a last kind of softer pleading word, they kind of bow their heads and stand aside to Althea and allow you guys to pass. As you make your way further up into the tower. Eventually, you come to a landing, and ahead of you, about 40 yards ahead of you, are massively ornately carved doors out of some strange kind of metal that you can't identify. And there are two like guards that they're more of ceremonial guards than anything that stand on either side of the gate. And after a muttered word in Elven, the guards begin to open the gates. And this is now where you guys can all jump into roll 20. Just a second here. Let me get you guys' tab moved over onto the new map.
It's not allowing me access into Roll20. Can somebody share it?
Yeah, just give me a second. You got it, Matt.
Yeah, I can.
Didn't it mess with the stream last time you shared it?
I can try it again. Let me try it again.
Okay. If it's easier, I can just share my screen.
I think I'm good. It's
Okay.
just saying loading.
Okay. So give it another second. See if you can get loaded in, Eric. Okay, let me.
It's just saying loading. Determining scale sizes.
All right, I see. It looks like Eric is in here. He's loading in. At least it shows that he's in. So it
Really
says he's
blurry, but
loaded.
I'm in.
Okay. I just see your little name. I see your name down here, but it's got a little like revolving loading sign. So give it just another second.
What that means.
This looks like some fight arena.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
it is quite a large map, isn't it? Yeah, the Colosseum.
Yeah, it's some shit some Hogwarts students would battle in.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. But as the doors open and you see they lead down a stairwell into a massively long throne room. Down at the very end of this long hall is an ornately carved throne that sits high upon a pedestal at the very head of the room. That's also the pedestal is placed upon a stage with pillars around it, and that's also like an entirely other level above the main floor of the throne room. And you imagine that at times of great celebration, that large tables could be brought in, and many hundreds of people could feast in this room. or massive balls and weddings and ceremonies of all kinds take place here. Eric, are you in? Can you see the map?
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. So as the doors open and you guys approach, you hear a loud voice call out to you in common. With the voice has like a throatiness to it and like a sense of laughter underneath it, and he says, "Ha! Welcome, welcome. I've been expecting you." As he stands at the top of the throne with his arms outstretched. And you see at the foot of the pedestal, standing at the bottom of the steps to the pedestal in front of the throne, is Tia Dalma. In her tiefling form, hood down, fully exposed, just standing there with a smile on her face. What?
I said fireball.
Fireball. Yeah. And as you guys, after he says this, she says, "Look, see, I told you we wouldn't need to go search for them; they would come straight to us." And as you guys enter the room, the doors close behind you, and you hear Tia Dalma again. "Ah, look, they even brought the young one." And she gives a big smile Molly's direction and says, "Hello, dear girl."
What does Molly say back?
Molly says, she just fucking, like, looks around at the rest of the party like, oh, shit. And she has for her first, like, she was talking big shit over the last couple of days. Like, she's ready to, like, fight, and she's, like, ready to be, like, take charge and all this other kind of stuff. And, like, she's been all about it. But now in this moment, she kind of see her, she's like, oh, fuck. Like, I might be a little out of my depth in this moment. With the ominous sound of these massive doors closing behind you. Is there anything the party would like to say?
Am I joined with him now?
They also brought the big one, and I flex.
Yeah, it's just total like yeah, I imagine that as they were entering the building, I imagine that
Okay.
So we didn't really narrate over that part, but I imagine that you shapeshifted back as they kind of took care of business and rejoined with the party. No, they just went inside. Vegas just still out there flying around looking for people on the outside of the building. I can't see a fucking thing. No, you you joined the party as they entered so yes, you guys are in the throne room and they've just spoken to you. Is there anything that any of you have to say?
No, but I want to cast Sanctuary on Molly.
You're gonna cast Sanctuary on Molly? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything anybody else would like to say or do?
I don't really want to say anything right now. I really just kind of want to move forward if I can. Like,
I want to get within range.
Start approaching, yeah.
Oh yeah, so you guys begin walking forward, saying absolutely nothing, and says, at this, Tia Dalma says, "Ooh, they're trying to intimidate us." And at this, he says, the Emperor says, "Where are all of your manners? Not even an introduction first." He says, "Fine. I am the Emperor Varus the Fifth." As he's saying all this and is continuing to talk, are you guys just basically just continuing to walk forward to get in range, no, not acknowledging them or speaking to them in any way?
No. At this point, I'm gonna ask him. Exactly how did you come into power?
Oh, Varus.
Varus.
Yes,
Sounds like a
Varus.
shitty emperor name.
Fuck you, Eric.
Boris.
So he says, oh, that's a long story, and it was long before you were born, dear child.
And that's why we asked.
Last I heard, hang on. Let me get my notes up real quick. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
Fuck.
Hold on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, so I hear you, you have some massive balls in here?
He kind of like, at first he doesn't quite catch what you mean, and then he says, how crude. Yes, from time to time we do put on quite the large events and gatherings and things of that nature.
You do seem like the kind that would enjoy some massive balls.
You are a petulant one, aren't you? Well, as fun as this banter has been, and as enlightening as it has been for all of us, and he kind of looks down to his subject, the guards, which, by the way, as you guys can see on the map, there are about 10 armed guards, as well as 6 archers up on the platform. And he just kind of looks down and says, kill them. And
I cast light on them.
he casts light on their eyeball.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so you begin fucking casting light on their eyeballs. While you're doing that, everybody else go ahead and roll initiative for me. Get you guys into the turn order here.
Fuck, that's so bad.
Oh yeah? What'd you get? Come on.
A 6.
Mine was bad too.
I got a 3.
I got a 5.
Oh fuck!
Oh my
no!
gosh.
Not like this.
17.
Alright, wait, actually that's a +1 to that. That's a 4. I take it back.
I get my bonus, so I got 11, but I still rolled only a 5, so.
That's about right.
Okay, so oops. Well, how did I add a Rook 3 times? What the hell happened there? Okay, so
Haruk, what did you roll?
Farouk rolled a goddamn fucking 19.
Nice.
I want to spend some sorcery
Hell yeah.
points as a bonus action. I want to go ahead and cast spiritual weapon as well.
Gotcha. Okay, so what was that? What was yours again, Aruk? Sorry?
19.
19. Okay, and then Zezel, yours was 11.
Yup.
And then your Venkin was, you said a 6? Or a 4? 4. And then Perry, yours was a 6, right?
Yep.
Or what the fuck again? 6. Okay, alright. Just want to make sure I had all those. And then let me get... Oh, damn. Man, the whole party rolled low as shit.
Yeah, quick question. Asking for a friend. What are you doing in dice jail?
You have to decide which one's... yeah. You have to decide which of them has been on the best behavior, and then from there...
Can we use our guidance on our initiative?
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
What
So
is
you guys
that?
can all add a D4 to that.
I cast guidance on the party.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so you can add a D4 to that. So everybody roll a D4 and give me that number.
So that's going to be a hot ass 8 total.
21.
15.
8. Cecil gets a 15. Okay. What about you, Venkin?
Bumped up to a 5.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. So, first in the turn order is Aruk. What are you gonna do, sir?
I'm going to look at the Emperor, and I'm going to fucking like test the weight of my sword. And I'm gonna say puny god and fucking yuck it at him.
You're gonna throw your sword at the Emperor?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Bro.
100 feet. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, you're not gonna have, let's see, what's your range? What's your maximum range on your throwing weapons?
120.
120. Okay, yeah, so you're still gonna be able to use your proficiency and everything. So yeah, you chuck your fucking sword straight. Wait, which sword?
The rapier that I've had the entire time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is there not something that says you can't make a ranged weapon out of a non-ranged weapon?
No.
No,
Okay.
not really at all. You could throw just about anything you want.
All right.
You can throw chairs around if you really want to.
Tavern brawl.
Yeah, no, I guess improvised weapons, but I mean,
Mhm.
I figured there would have been some kind of rule that says like you can't, I don't know, throw like a warhammer or something 120 feet.
Not in
Nah,
5e.
I
bro.
mean, not in 5e. Yeah, not in
Alright, I take
5e.
it
All right, so Aruk, are you moving at all? Are you moving up or anything, or
Um,
you just throw it from where you're standing?
From where I'm standing, I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah, so you just yuck this motherfucker. Go ahead and make a ranged attack roll.
17 plus 11.
Ooh.
Holy shit! As Aruk says, like in a total Hulk moment, just like puny gods, and throws this fucking rapier that just flies like a fucking like he's throwing a dart, and he just fucking scores a direct hit, and the fucking before the Emperor can even react, it just flies. It's like almost everybody watches this happen in slow motion as this fucking sword flies through the air and just sticks right into the fucking chest and goes a couple of inches into the chest of this fucking elf, as he kind of stumbles back and sits down in his throne, just stunned. Aruk, what's your next attack?
Stabbing the dude that's right next to me with my trident.
Nice. Yeah, so you fucking rip your sword out, throw it. I imagine that before you even look to see if you hit, you're already like fucking
27.
27 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
That is going to be a 14.
A 14.
I didn't roll damage for the sword.
Oh, no, you did not. Yeah, let me get damage for the sword.
Oh, that's a sweet 17 for the sword.
17 damage on the sword. Okay.
Damage on the impale strike, and then I'm going to use my third attack on this action, and I'm going to stab the dude that's right next to me yet again.
Okay, yeah, so you double tap him. Let me get that.
That is going to be a 29.
That hits. Jesus.
And that is going to be a 12.
12 damage. All right. Yeah, as you fucking before this warrior even has a chance to do anything, you pull your sword out, throw it at the Emperor, impale him with it, and then turn around and stab this elf twice right next to you, sinking in both times to kind of start this melee off. Bringing up Emperor Varus as he give me just 1 second here. Let me get him pulled up real quick. As Emperor Varus, kind of stunned, reaches up and pulls the sword out of his chest and throws it on the ground, enraged, raising his hand and casting a firebolt at you, Aruk. So that is going to be a...
Can I counterspell?
Absolutely, you can counterspell.
Okay, I want to counterspell.
Absolutely. So read out counterspell to me real quick. My bad.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
Anything above below a third level is null and void.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of stick your hand out and counterspell, and the fireball evaporates just a few feet in front of Aruk's face, as that would have been a direct hit. And he kind of, you see as he puts his hand down, and he, at first thinking that he hit, and then realizing that he didn't, as he sees Aruk's smiling face, as the small puff of smoke dissipates from the spell, and he kind of just like, and you see he's kind of just like, he's not happy. And you see he speaks a soft word in Elvish, and you see like a glimmer, like a slight glimmer, just go all over, like cascade over his body, and then just kind of maintain itself there. And it is going to then be, that is the end of his turn, making it Tia Dalma's turn. As all of this is kind of, all this chaos is happening, and the sword goes flying above her head, sticking into Varus. Tia Dalma just kind of laughs and takes a few steps off to the side over here, kind of getting herself out of the way, before she
Who gets impaled?
when you threw your sword, she steps off the side and sticks her hand out, and you see two little demon-like figures, two small, like 3.5-foot tall demon-like figures, just ploom, ploom, pop up out of nowhere in little puffs of black smoke. Sorry, grab these little bastards. Get on the map. Oh, there we go. As these two little guys pop up, these two little spiked little little devils pop up, and shit, and kind of snarl and give you guys a little bit of a look, and she just kind of flicks off in your direction. Where the fuck did those things go? Little shits. God damn it. Sorry guys, Roll20 is giving me fits right now. It's not one to... There we go, okay. Now they're back. Yeah, as they use their movement speed on her turn and make their way down there. And then that will make it the warriors down below you guys' turn. The one that you just attacked, Aruk, he is very badly damaged, but he decides to retaliate against you and takes a swing at you with his sword and misses with a 10 total. This one is going to move in and attack you as well, Aruk. Rolling a nat 1, unfortunately for him. I'll get to that here in just a moment. This one moves in here to attack you, Perry. That is going to be a 23 to hit, as he comes approaching quickly with his sword and is going to deal you 17 points of slashing damage. And let's see, this one, 1, 2, 3, can only make it to here. This one can only make it to there. This one is going to come over here and attack you, Zezel. That is going to be a miss with a 13 to hit.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
If I cast light on their eyes, shouldn't they be at disadvantage?
You cast that on the archers up top.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep. So this one's going to move in, and he is also going to attack at the first one he sees, which is you, Zezel, for another miss with only a 7 that time. This one is going to come in and try to attack Althea. And that is going to hit and deal her 17 points of damage as well. And then the last 2 are not going to be able to make it all the way there to here and to here. Alrighty. Archer's turn. They are still trying to overcome the fact that all their eyeballs are emitting light, and are incapacitated for this round. Actually, 2 of them loose arrows. Actually, 2 of them loose arrows. We're gonna see how badly that goes for them. And we get no, that's not a nat 1. That's a 7. I thought that was a nat 1. As 2 of them loose arrows that just kind of clang and clatter off of the walls and floors. Zezel, it is your turn, sir.
Alrighty. I guess I'm just gonna. Can I stab like one of each since they both attacked me?
Sure, yeah, you can stab one of each.
Cool. Since I can dual wield now. So one's getting a stone dagger and one's getting an elven dagger.
Gotcha. Okay. And you do have an ally within 5 feet, so you do get your sneak attack.
Oh boy. So 17 for the elven and 19 for the obsidian.
Both hit.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah.
Give me a second, because that's like a lot of d6.
I gotcha.
I'm up to 7d6 per dice if it's a sneak attack.
Damn.
Okay, so the elven dagger is 30 points of damage.
Yeah,
And I get focused
Okay.
to the left.
Okay.
$32 for the obsidian dagger.
All right. Yeah. So, as these 2 come in and make attacks at you, you kind of crouch low and come up with each dagger, stabbing one, getting them both in the stomach, just right up under their breastplates and burying your daggers deep into each of their stomachs. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, sir?
No. Alright, well. No, because if I disengage, I'll take a
Alrighty.
crack.
Oh, yeah. So that will bring it around to Molly, and Molly is going to. She sees her compatriots all being kind of ganged up on, and she's gonna move over here to the one that's that looks the most injured, and attack at him with her with the sword that she found on one of the ships. And rolls a nat 20.
Yes,
What
sir.
the fuck? Molly coming in fucking clutches. She just rolls up and fucking stabs this motherfucker right through the throat, dealing him. Holy shit. Dealing him a total of 24 points of damage, finishing him off as she runs up. I mean, double the damage, so she rolls up and fucking stabs him right through his throat. And pulls the blade out. She's kind of panting, and she fucking there's blood all over her blade. It's the first time she's ever taken a life like this. You can kind of tell it like she's like, oh shit, as the fucking elven warrior just like stand there for a second, like grasps at his throat and then falls down and begins to bleed out on the throne room floor. Perry, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. Going to magic missile the guy in front of me.
Gotcha.
I do want to change my magic missile the way it looks. I want to change it to Pearls of Calypso.
Nice. Okay. All right. So yeah, you magic missile him. Go ahead and get damage for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be +3. 4, 5, 6, 7 +3, 10 force damage. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to hit him with my spectral weapon. Or spiritual weapon.
Gotcha.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So you outstretch your hand and boom, 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 just shoot a blast of magic missiles that now look like glowing pearlescent orbs that fly out and slam into and dent the elf's armor. And then you follow up with a slash with your spectral weapon. Go ahead and make that attack.
So, question about that. Do I treat it like a melee attack, or do I use my spellcasting modifier since it's
Uh,
a spell?
So, I would just treat it like you would like any normal like touch range like spell attack. So like let's say you use chill touch, you do it the same way or something
Okay, so I'll
along
just
those
add my
lines.
spell
Shocking
attack bonus.
grasp. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a 21 to hit.
All right. Yeah, that absolutely hits.
And I haven't used this yet. I'm so excited. This is going to be a D8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So it's going to be a +4, a D8. 2 pyramids ass to ass. That's
That's right.
8 total damage.
8 total damage. Nice. Okay, yeah. So as you fucking stick your hand out and fucking pelt him with these magical orbs, and then fucking followed up with a slash,
And
causing him. Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say causing him from the impact and the slash to take a couple of steps back.
Okay. And then I'm going to burn some sorcery points, and I'm also going to cast Firebolt at him.
Fucking give it to him.
Yeah, I'm unloading on his ass. Let's see here.
Yeah.
That's a 15 plus 8 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, that's going to be 3d10 fire damage. This guy pissed me off, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
10, 13, 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage on top of the other 10 and 8. All right, yeah. So as you fucking stick your hand out and fucking just start unloading on this motherfucker, throwing a slash in the middle of it. And he is definitely looking worse for wear. He's scorch marks and dents in his armor. He's got you can see a little bit of blood dripping out of the bottom of his breastplate from where your spectral weapon seemed to just go right through the armor as if it wasn't there.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to make it Venkin's turn.
So first, we're gonna throw in a classic. We're gonna conjure an air elemental
Okay.
directly. Let me make sure I got the distance right. Actually, yep. Okay, so directly behind the 2 warriors,
Okay.
and he gets his own initiative.
Yep.
What would his initiative be? Just Dex?
Yeah. Yeah, just a D20 plus dexterity.
That's an 18.
It's 18. All right. So let me give him a turn order real quick.
Yep.
Let me put him up there. Get an 18. All right. So that's gonna. Oh, okay.
And Then, as my bonus action, I'm going to wild shape into a giant scorpion.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So you wild shape into a giant scorpion. Is that it? You got nothing else you can do in your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. So that will bring it around to Althea's turn. As Althea points an outstretched hand at the three warriors in front of her and casts lightning bolt. And they're all gonna have to make dexterity saving throws. 2 failures. Yep, all 3 failures. So fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get third level.
Yeah. It's a dex save and then 8d6, half on a fail.
Gotta get all my d6 out. All right, so first one is a 3. Damn. Damn. Damn! I'm rolling all 4s, 5s, and 6s on these fucking die.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Alright, another 6. Alright, there's a 1. Alrighty. For a total of 39 points of lightning damage as it just fucking shrieks out and crashes into the... Actually, let me get a ruler out here. As it also gets one of the archers up on top of the platform. As it fucking... Yeah, he's just blinded trying to figure out what's going on. And just gets fucking... is unable to make a dexterity saving throw because he can't see it coming and therefore critically fails. Taking double 39 damage for almost 80 points of damage, instantly killing him. Okay, come on now there. Killing him and very badly wounding these 3, knocking them actually back and scattering them a little bit. All right, Baruch, it is your turn again, sir.
Okay, I'm going to take a steady stab at the guy that is right beside me.
Okay. Oh wait, no, sorry. The one that is right beside you, sorry, is dead. Molly killed him.
Okay.
I didn't delete. I didn't delete him the way I should have. Yes, directly in front. Yes, the one directly in front of you.
That is a natural 20, and then I'm going to
Okay.
make a second attack at him. That is going to be an 18, and then I'm going to make a third attack at him, and that is going to be a 22.
Yeah, those all hit.
16, 13,
20.
11, and a 14.
Oh wait, so 16, 13, 14, and 11 all added together?
Yeah, so 16, 13, 11, and 14 all added together.
For a total of 50. For a total of 54 points of damage, as the already wounded elf that you attacked last round is slain in front of you. As you just...
I hadn't attacked him at all. He was
Yeah, you attacked... Didn't you? Didn't you attack?
I attacked the one that Molly killed, the one that was right beside me. So
Oh,
I just
that's
killed the
my
one in
bad.
front of me. You're good.
My
I was just like,
bad.
ah, fuck it.
Let's
I'll
see.
just go fucking
Is that
ham on this one
54
dude.
Actually, yeah, that does. That's... He does not die. That is my bad.
What?
He has
For
1
54
health point
damage.
left. He has 1 health point left.
Bruh.
Jeez.
Yeah, he has 1 health point
Bruh.
left. He's just on his
Right.
knees, barely
I
clinging
didn't
to
hear
life.
no
Like,
bell.
well, yeah, yeah, just. So yes, Aruk, is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
Nope, that's my 3 attacks.
Okay, all right. So that is going to bring it around to the Emperor. The Emperor is very, very upset, especially now with this elemental that this elemental that has been summoned in the middle of his fucking throne room. He is not happy. And he is going to come on now. Come on, meow. He is going to oh my gosh. Roll 20. You've got to stop doing me like this. He is going to cast Cone of Cold at the air elemental.
Did you look up
And
the stat sheet
what?
for the air elemental?
No, I was looking at the
okay.
stat sheet. I was looking at the stat sheet of Emperor Varus.
Okay. I was just gonna say that's like one of the only things he doesn't have resistance to. So
Oh, is it really?
yeah.
I was just looking. I was like, oh fuck. Well, he's resistant. I think they might. Pretty sure he's resistant to that, but I don't know. I don't know if he's resistant to cold or not. Okay, yeah. So Cone of Cold. So I believe that is a ranged spell attack. I believe.
No.
Sorry, guys. I have a lot of
Saving throw.
pages. Constitution saving throw. So yeah. So Constitution saving throw.
Each creature in a 60-foot cone.
Am I making the throw?
Yes.
Okay. Do I add the Constitution modifier to that since he doesn't have
Yes.
a save? Okay,
So
that'd be a
double
19.
Yes.
two, right?
A 19. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
The devils have to roll their con save as well.
Yes, they are within that cone of cold. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out to me. Yes, so they will roll their constitution saves, and that is a 10 and a 7. So they are going to fail those con saves and take the damage as well. Hold on, let me pull his DC back up. Sorry about this, guys. That 19 succeeds. The 19 succeeds, so he only takes half damage then, eh?
Okay. And what's the damage on that?
I'm just gonna use roll 20. I got too much shit going on over here. So that is gonna be
8d8.
8d8. Yep. A total of 23 points of damage, halved to 11 points of damage for 11 points of damage for the air elemental and 23 for the two demons. All right. And that is going to make it Tia Dalma's turn as she sees her two devils get blasted in that cone of cold, and she shouts up to the Emperor, "Watch the friendly fire!" Before she actually moves even further away, standing all the way back here. It is the air elemental's turn, so Venkin, go ahead with your air elemental.
Then go after her or start fucking up these guys?
Go for the Emperor, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you guys
He's
think?
doing enough. Yeah.
Emperor.
I think so too.
So we will go and sit on top of the Emperor. Well, does that create?
So you're gonna move towards the Emperor?
Yeah, but that would create type of opportunity, wouldn't it?
Doesn't he have to do some kind of save when that happens?
Yeah, he would have to do a save.
Wait, what's saved?
Like if he's within the air elemental, doesn't he have to make some kind of save or be thrown?
So if I do a whirlwind, yeah, but I'm talking about taking an
Oh.
attack of opportunity from these devils in front of me.
Yeah, he would take attack of opportunity from both devils.
Okay, so actually, let's just do whirlwind on them two then.
Okay. All right. So what do they need?
They need to make a DC 13 Strength save throw.
Okay. First one succeeds. Second one fails.
All right, I'm putting my dice. Okay. Um, 17. Okay, so that's they take 19 on a fail, and half on a success. The one that failed is flung 20 feet away from me and knocked prone. If a thrown target strikes an object, such as a wall, floor, they take a d6 of damage. I guess let me know if he does.
Okay. All right. And so you say one is flung 20 feet
Yeah,
away from the air elementals. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. Flung down the stairs, and he crashes into the ground, taking a d6. So go ahead and roll that d6
Okay.
for me.
That's a 2.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Yeah, this one that flung down the stairs is looking very much worse for wear. Although so is the one that's getting battered by the wind of this massive air elemental as well. All right. So is that the air elemental's turn then?
Yep, that's the air elemental's turn.
All right. So now the elven warriors they've been getting their asses kicked by you guys thus far. It is their turn, as they are going to begin to close in the distance, and try to once again attack. So this one can't get close enough. So this one with 1 health point left, Aruk is going to try to weakly swing his sword at you and miss horribly. This one is going to make his way in to you, Aruk, as well, seeing you kill his compatriot right in front of him, and fucking nat 1. He is going to go fucking prone. Actually, you know what? Fuck him. Because it'll be way funnier this way. So as he actually goes to thrust you over top of his comrade that is knelt on the ground, as he goes to try to stab over top of him, he accidentally slips and ends up stabbing his own guy.
Nice.
And killing him.
Oh yeah.
Taking his last remaining health point and killing him as he now stands in his place. And is just like looking at, oh fuck, what have I done? The next one moves in and he is going to attack you, Perry. And that is going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Hits. All right. So that is going to be only 12 points of slashing damage. As he is able to come in and get a hit in on you. This next one moves in, and the next two are one is gonna attack you, Venkin, and the other is going to attack Althea. The one attacks you, Venkin, and misses, rolling a natural 2. The other one hits Althea, rolling a natural 19. Dealing her... Oh, shit. Okay, alright. So that is pretty low, but only 9 points of damage. All right. The final 4. One is going to come in and attack Althea as well. And then it looks like the other 3 are just here for you. They can only reach you, Zezel. He is going to fail with a natural 2, and then 3 attacks at you, Zezel. Miss. Dirty 20 to hit, and another miss. So we've got 1 hit on Zezel. Oh shit! Throwing my die everywhere. Oh no, where'd you go? For ooh shit. 16 points of slashing damage, Zezel, as you're able to duck under 2 of their attacks, but the last one cuts you across the shoulder, cutting into your leather coat. And now it is the archer's turn. Still blinded by their light being cast on their eyeballs, are going to take wild shots at the command of the Emperor, and are going to roll with, I don't even know how, disadvantage isn't even enough, really. So I'm going to do double disadvantage. Take the worst of 3 rolls. For a 4, for one of them that skitters off the floor harmlessly. A 2 that skitters off of the wall. A natural 1 that sinks into the back of one of their compatriots, dealing 14 points of damage. To one of the ones that that Karik got earlier, finishing him off.
Oh.
Finishing him off with an arrow to the back of the neck. And then finally the last one.
I think you meant
With a 7. With a 7, and it's skittering off of the floor. You guys are really making quite the mess for these guys here. Zezel, it is your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna shank the 2 that are next to me.
Give him hell.
So 19 with the Elven Dagger.
Hits.
17 with the Obsidian Dagger.
Hits. Meets beats.
And then I still get sneak attack, right?
Oh yeah. Yep, still got an ally within 5 feet.
Yeah, this is a shit roll. That's gonna be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 19 points of damage for the Elven Dagger.
Okay.
$29 points of damage for the Obsidian Dagger.
As you finish off these other 2, as the one that you one of them you've hit with your sneak attack twice, and the other one was part of Althea's lightning bolt and got very, very injured in that. So you're able to use your 2 attacks and finish off killing these last 2. Yeah, you guys have cut down half their number already. Is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
Are any of them engaged with me?
One is within a few feet of you, but not engaged with you.
Can I stealth
He was attacking
behind like one of those pillars over there?
Yeah, I believe, because you can disengage from one person, can't you? Even though he's not engaged with you, he's within 5 feet of you.
Right.
But you can disengage from one person. So yes, you can. So go ahead and make a stealth roll to go over here and try to hide back here behind this pillar.
17 plus all my bonuses. So.
Yeah, you're able to fucking sneak away in the heat of battle with everything that's going up on the platform near the Emperor and everything that's going on down there. You're able to kind of sneak around and find some cover back behind this pillar. That's going to bring it around to Molly's turn. And Molly, emboldened by the last one she killed, now approaches and stabs at the one who just killed his own colleague and misses as her sword just glances off of the pauldron on his shoulder. Perry, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. I'm going to cast Fireball at 4th level at the Emperor.
Whoa.
So it's 20-foot radius, so the air elemental's going to have to make a dex save as well.
Counterspell. He casts counterspell. He raises
Fuck
his hand.
you.
And
Well,
casts
hold on. It's at 4th level.
counterspell.
Yeah. Right?
Okay, so there's a roll off then, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second here.
Let me pull up
Let me pull up
Counterspell
his
real
stat.
quick, yeah. DC is 10 plus the spell's level. If it is casting a spell
14?
at 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. I have to roll it.
Mm.
Oh, you have to roll it
So, yeah,
to
I've got to
see.
beat a DC 14.
Okay.
And I get to use my spell casting ability, which is a +8. So I got to beat a 6.
Bruh.
That's an 11 plus 8, 19.
All right, so yeah, you're able to cast the fireball.
So that's going to be a dex save from Air Elemental and
Oh, what?
the Emperor. DC
Gotcha.
16.
What was the
All
DC?
right.
16.
17. Yeah.
Alright.
17.
He nat 20s on his deck save.
Fuck.
Bruh.
Okay. So that's going to be 9d6 fire damage. Half to the Air Elemental and a quarter to the Emperor. So that's
Okay.
10, 11, 12, 13, 23, 28 fire damage. That's
28
on the
fire
dice,
damage
yeah.
total.
Yeah, on the dice.
Okay, so he takes 14 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, as he's able to deftly jump out of the way of the fireball and hide behind his throne for protection, but still taking some fire damage. Alrighty, is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn some more sorcery points, and
Mhm.
I can cast a cantrip. Let's see here. Oops. Let's magic missile one of the ones in front of me. Oh wait, that's not a cantrip.
You're gonna magic missile one of the ones.
No,
Oh
I
no, you
can't.
it's a first level spell.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna firebolt.
Firebolt the one directly in front of you. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 3d10.
All right.
Ranged attack. 17 plus 8.
That hits.
Fuck. That's 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage as it's you're able to hit him, but fortunately for him, most of the armor took most of it. Though he is still wounded. Alrighty, Vinkin, it's your turn, sir.
So giant scorpion gets 2 attacks with its claws and 1 with its stinger.
All right, let him have it.
So we're gonna go with the 2 in front of me, 1 for each claw.
Okay.
And that is a 7 and a 12.
So yeah, is that total?
No, that's like each claw.
So
The 7
what's your?
doesn't hit.
Yeah, the 7 doesn't hit. The 12 might. What do you add to that?
It says +4 to hit. I rolled an 8, so that's 12.
Oh, okay. So 12. Yeah, neither hits. Go ahead with your stinger.
Yep. And I'll hit the one on the left of me, in front of me.
Okay.
And that is a 21.
That hits.
Okay, so a D10 plus 2. That is a 11. piercing damage, and then the target must make a DC 12 con save throw. Damn.
Nat 1 on the con
Oh
save.
my god, dude, this is nasty. I may have to use Jesus, I'm gonna use roll 20 for this. 4d10 poison damage
Oh,
Ooh.
on a
fuck.
fail. So what's that?
So that's doubled, because it's a critical failure, so it's double whatever you roll.
Bro's gonna get turned to pudding.
No shit. 50 point. Oh. Okay, yeah, so 25 points. So yeah, 50 total damage on top of the 11 piercing as he misses your claw, but you sink that stinger in and it gets right underneath his armor and you get right into the major veins in his neck. And you can see like as the poison is pumping out of the fucking scorpion's tail into his fucking throat before he rips the stinger out, and he just fucking starts foaming at the mouth, and just like purple lines. You see like this like almost like purple ink through all of his veins, as then he just foam out of his mouth and falls to the ground dead.
God damn.
Nice.
All right. Is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
Nope.
Damn.
All right, that's gonna bring it to Althea's turn, and she is going to reach out and use. Give me just 1 second here. Gotta get to my other page.
I hate how not so random sometimes the rolls seem on D20 though.
Yeah, for sure.
Roll 20.
Oh, why is this shit being like this now all of a sudden? Damn it, I lost my whole thing. Here we go. There it is. All right. As she reaches out and grabs a hold of the plate armor in front of her and uses shocking grasp. And he is gonna take. That's gonna be a hit, and he is gonna take. Where's my other one? Okay. As he's going to take 20 points of lightning damage and is going to basically like he's being tased, just like, and he's also one of the ones that got hit with her lightning bolt before, and he is finished off. Aruk, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. I am going to take a the dude that is in front of me and Molly. I'm going to take a stibbity stab at
Gotcha.
homeboy.
Just one attack at him then?
Yep, that is going to be a 26.
That hits.
Okay, take another attack at him. That is going to be a 22.
Hits.
Okay, and then I'm going to take a third attack at him to fucking finish his dumbass off. That's a nat 20.
Okay, yeah, that certainly hits. What's the damage on all that, sir?
Okay. That is going to be a 16 and 16 and a 16.
Oh, geez. Okay, so but one was a double, so you got to double one of those.
Oh,
then, eh?
yeah. Double one.
Okay, so for a total
That is going
of
to be a 8.
all right, for a total of 64 points of damage,
God damn.
and just absolutely eviscerating and killing this warrior in front of you. Now and then there were two, but that brings it around to if there's nothing else you can do on your turn, sir.
Nope.
That brings it around to the Emperor's turn as he rages and walks up to the front to where in front of his throne and dispels the magic on his archer's eyes. And shouts, enough of this! Kill them! And he casts Fireball right here, centered on all of you guys. That is going to be a dexterity saving throw from all of you.
Jesus.
Dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20 that succeeds.
There's going to be a 23.
That succeeds. You have to beat a 17.
Waiting on somebody.
What was
Yeah,
yours? What was yours?
So
Mine? Yeah, 17. Sorry.
17. So I got a 17. Then what was yours, Perry?
20.
20. Dirty 20. Zezel, what was yours?
I'm over in the corner, so I shouldn't be.
Oh, that's right. You are. My bad. And then Aruk, yours was like a 22 or some shit like that. So all of you guys succeeded except both Molly and Althea failed. So that is going to be. All right. So you guys are all going to take half damage except for the two of them. And okay, so that is going to be. Let me get my dice roller out. He's going to cast that. He's going to upcast that. So 38 points of damage to Althea and Molly, and the rest of you take half of that, which would be 19. Molly is down.
God damn it, Molly.
Oops, not that one. Molly has the red X of being down and unconscious. Oh shit, I didn't do these two. Fuck in his haste, these two warriors. Failure and a failure. Both fail, both take that 38 points of damage, and both who are already pretty badly injured expire. So yeah, the party is now free of those assholes at least. That brings it around to Tia Dalma's turn. And she's going to order her two fiends. It's about the length of his movement speed. He's pretty injured, but he can make it to about there. And she orders those two, and then she is going to attack the air elemental, and she is going to. Ooh. Hold on one second. All right. I wonder if this will work. Yes. Okay, so the air elemental must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
Failure. She has cast a hold monster on the elemental, and he is now paralyzed for the duration of the spell. He's immune to being paralyzed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the spell has no effect as she grows frustrated and stomps her foot on the ground. All right.
She stomps her foot on the ground?
Absolutely. Angrily.
Okay.
Angrily.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. And that will be the end of her turn. It is the air elemental's turn.
Fuck her up.
All right, hang on. I got too many irons in the fire. Yeah, let's go after. We got 90 feet of movement speed. No, I cannot.
So you're gonna make your way over towards her.
Yeah, she's the one that tried to fuck me up, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
Go over there to
Oops.
her,
Okay.
and I 2 slam attacks.
Okay.
Roll for both of them now. That's a 10 and a 19.
The 19 hits.
Okay, so I got 2d8 plus 5. There's a 18 on her.
Okay. As the air elemental knocks into her and she falls back a few steps, bleeding. Would you say it was 19? Okay.
18.
Alrighty. 18, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So is that the air elemental's turn then, sir?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't think he can
Okay.
do anything else.
Alrighty. So that will make it the archer's turn, and they are all going to take shots at the 4 of you. So that is going to be a shot. The first shot is at you, Aruk. And that is going to be a 25 to hit.
Hit.
All right. So that is going to be 14 points of piercing damage. The second one is going to be an attack at you, Perry. That is going to miss. Third one is a attack at Althea and misses. Last two, one at Venkin and one more at the one at Venkin is a 24 to hit, and then another one at Althea, which is a 24 to hit as well.
Is that with these guys being blinded?
They got he dispelled the magic on their eyes.
I missed that part.
Ooh, I really low rolled. Venkin, you only take 5 points of piercing damage, and Althea is going to take 11 points of piercing damage. As Althea is looking a little bit worse for wear, she takes an arrow into the leg and she kind of grimaces and snaps it off. Zezel, it is your turn, my good sir.
Alrighty. I'm gonna sneak up here.
Okay.
14 plus all my bonuses. So.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so you sneak up there unnoticed. Anything else?
That'll be it.
All right. It is Molly's turn. Death saving throw. That is a 9 and a failure. One failed death saving throw. Perry, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move over. Whoops. I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. So that brings her up to 1 HP then, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
All right, yeah.
burn some sorcery points. My last 2 sorcery points.
Oof.
And let's see, devils. It's either demons or devils.
Do what?
The Teodama's minions. Did you say they were devils?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, I can do a cantrip only. Oh wait, no, I did a cantrip first. I can do a spell. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at the closest one.
Gotcha.
God damn it, 4, 5, 7 force damage. And
Okay.
Then as a bonus action, I'm going to hit him with my spiritual weapon.
Gotcha. Okay. What's the range on your spiritual weapon?
Good question. It is. It's a bonus action. I can move it up to 20 feet. That might be too far.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
My turn.
Alrighty. Okay. So Venkin, it is your turn, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here. Oh, I thought I was gonna move up here, and we will do 2 claw attacks at this one in front of me,
Gotcha.
and that's a 23 and a
Hits.
19.
Hits.
Okay, and we'll see if she's alive after this. Because hit 2d8 plus 2. 2d8 plus 4. So that is a 15 with the claws.
15 total for both claws.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Yes, looking definitely very much worse for wear.
All right. She has to escape a DC 12 grapple.
DC 12 grapple. That success with a natural 19.
Okay. And then now we'll do a sting.
Okay. Roll that attack.
15.
15 hits. Meets beats.
Ooh, okay. So now we have our first D10. Okay. The 6.
6
And
points of
then
damage.
Yes. Yeah.
That'll do it. As you you bury the stinger in the chest of this little devil, and it meets the same fate as that unfortunate elven guard. It begins foaming at the mouth and dies horrifically on the end of your stinger as you shake it off, and it falls to the ground limply. Is that your turn then?
As a bonus action, I can burn some spell slots and get some healing for
Okay.
my wild shape. So I'm gonna do a 4th level spell slot for 4d8. Get 13.
Oh, okay.
back.
Nice. Okay. All right.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. So that will make it Althea's turn. As Althea runs up and just uses an unarmed strike and just kills devil for a natural 18 hit, which hits. For unarmed strikes aren't super powerful. So she's only got a +2 to strength for a total of 4 damage, which is just enough as she runs up and just basically soccer kicks this thing in the fucking head, and you guys hear a crack as it just falls over limply and dead after all the damage it took earlier, killing the final devil. At this, then she is going to look up and cast. Let's see, what is she going to cast? She's going to cast Chromatic Orb. Hold on, I have to roll. Hold on, not wild magic table, boys.
She roll a nat 1.
Yeah, she got. Now she has to roll on the wild magic table. Sorry, I got to get my percentage die out.
Something good. Come on, something good.
Okay. All right. I gotta pull up my wild magic. Nice. Nice. Okay, so as she sticks her hand out and casts Chromatic Orb, Where is Chromatic Orb at? I just literally just had you. Where the hell did Chromatic Orb go? I literally just had it 5 seconds ago. 5 freaking seconds ago. Sorry, guys.
I've got it pulled up. What do you?
Do you? Okay. Yeah, I just couldn't remember if it's I know it's multiple different like
Yeah.
kinds of.
You get to choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder.
She is going to choose acid damage as she
3d8.
casts 3d8 acid damage, and then that's a ranged spell attack, right?
That's right.
Okay. All right, so that hits, and you said that was 3d8 damage as she casts Chromatic Orb against the Emperor for only 14 points of damage. And however, on the wild magic table, she gets to pick out. Let's see, who does she pick? 1, 2, and 3 to take 4d8 necrotic damage as a wild magical effect. Yeah, these wild magic tables, man, they can either go really in your favor or they can really fuck you. All right, so that's gonna be 4d10 and roll 20 points of necrotic damage to Teodalma, the Emperor, and this archer. Oof. All right. Okay. All right. Aruk, it is your turn, good sir.
Right. There's nobody in front of me. So I guess I will. How does action surge work?
Action surge is basically like you have so many of them that you can burn per day, and you just basically use it, and you can gain an extra action, which you could use to make the dash action or do whatever you want with it, make an
Exactly what I
attack
was
roll or
thinking.
whatever.
I was going to use my action surge and dash up to the Emperor. What's that measure?
I don't think you can make it. What's your movement speed?
My movement speed is 30, so I can make it 60
So
feet.
you can make 60 feet on a dash. So you can get up a halfway up the steps.
Okay, I would like to go halfway up the steps.
Okay.
Dead center. And then
Gotcha.
I would like to throw both of my hand axes at the Emperor.
All right, make 2 attack rolls.
Okay. Got it. What is my pluses on my hand axes? That is going to be a 23 and a 21.
A 23 and a 21 both hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
7 and a 5.
7 and a 5. All right. All right. As both hand axes fucking cut into him and glance off and go pinging around the room. Real quick, at the end of Althea's turn, one thing I wanted to retcon is she would have used the last of her movement speed to then come over to Molly and watch over Molly, freeing you up to move if you need to parry when it comes around to your turn. That brings us around to the Emperor, who is very upset about how this is not going his way at all, and he is going to. Ooh. He is going to use a cone of cold against the air elemental again. So that is going to be a ranged spell attack, right?
Is that a
No,
dex
I
or
think
no?
it's a con save.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
cone of cold. Yes, con save. Constitution saving throw.
16.
16 failure. Okay, so that is going to be 8d8 cold damage as he sticks his hand out. Luckily, his archers are spared of it this time, as it is now going to take, let's see, 43 points of cold damage. So what it has right about like 35-ish health left, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. All right. And then he is going to cast another spell on himself this time, and he begins to fly about 10 to 15 feet in the air and then drifts over, hovering about maybe 25 feet off of the ground, over just off to the left of his throne. Making it Tia Dalma's turn. Tia Dalma, seeing this thing get injured, and also being backed up in a corner by it, tries to come up and attack, actually. Come up and attack this creature with a blast of fire. So that is going to be a dexterity saving throw from the air elemental.
And that one.
Ooh, shit. So that's going to be, what, double damage then? Okay, so what was that? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, shit. Is that 8d6? Yeah. 8d6. She casts a fireball. And that is going to be 29 points of fire damage as a big blast of fire centered around this fucking, which is now probably something like a fire tornado in the middle of this motherfucker. Oh, come on. All right. And that's going to make it the air elemental's turn.
Oh, he's done.
Oh, he's done?
Yeah, he only had 22 left.
Oh shit, okay. I thought he still had a few left. Alright, so the air elemental, after this big blast of fire, kind of peters out in a bit of a wisp of fiery smoke. And Tia Dalma steps forward laughing, approaching back a little closer, to where everyone else stands. That is gonna make it the archer's turn. After seeing the two flying hand axes, all 5 archers are going to turn and aim all 5 of their arrows at Aruk, who's made it up to the steps and is now threatening the Emperor. Nat 1, 3, 12, 7. Fuck, man. So I only got 1 left. And a 6. So literally, Aruk is just like fucking Neo from the Matrix as he fucking runs up the stairs and throws his 2 hand axes, and then like these arrows are just whizzing by him, like barely missing right in front of his face, and he's not even flinching. Zezel, it is your turn, sir.
Alrighty, I'm gonna use my cunning action and dash up behind my friend Aruk.
All right, so you dash up behind Aruk, and you dash up and get behind Aruk. What else would you like to do, sir? that it for this turn?
I've got one shitty iron dagger that I think I'm gonna throw at the archer to the left.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and throw your dagger.
That's gonna be. What bonus does it get? 15.
Well, you do have a. I was gonna say, you do have a rook next to you, so you would get that damage. Would you say that was a 15 to hit?
Yep.
That misses as it kind of just clangs off of his shoulder pauldron.
I'm gonna duck behind the rook so I don't get shot at.
Gotcha. Alrighty. That makes it Molly's turn, and Molly is now up and no longer down, but she is going to sit this turn out, making it Perry's turn.
Okay. So I've got a question about spell sniper. On a ranged
Okay.
attack, it doubles the distance of the spell.
Okay.
Since magic missile doesn't have a ranged attack, it just hits. Does that apply
Yeah.
to? Okay. Does it apply to magic missile?
I mean, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So.
I mean, because is there not an effective range at all on magic missile?
Well, there is, but it specifies that it has to be a ranged attack.
Oh well, I mean, it is attack even though it's an automatic hit.
Okay.
It's still a ranged attack. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at this guy.
Scorching Ray right here. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and make your attack.
That's a hot ass 11, so it's a miss.
Yes. As he's able to duck back behind this
Is it
little half
Scorching Ray
wall.
3 bolts?
Oh yeah.
It is. That's yeah. That's
it is
right.
3
Yeah.
rays. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah. You got 2 more rays.
Let's see here. It's a 17 plus 8 and a 10 plus 8.
Both hit.
Sweet. So that's 2d6. That'd be 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. All right. As he pops back up briefly after missing that first one, thinking that it was only one coming, and subsequently getting hit with the next 2. All right. Is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
I'm gonna move.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you move up, and that will make it Venkin's turn.
I'm gonna move right up here next to this guy.
Gotcha.
We will roll 2 claw attacks.
Give me the old 3-piece and a biscuit.
A nat 20 and a 2.
Okay. Yeah.
And then let's see, it's a 2d8. No, it's a d8 plus 2. We double. So that's a total of 14 on that one.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do a DC 12 for the grapple.
DC 12 for the grapple. Failure.
Cool.
With a 10
Do I-
total.
Do I get a advantage on the sting then?
Yes,
that
you
how
do
the
because he's
grapple
grappled. Yep.
13 plus 4, 17. And then, okay, that's a 22.
Yes, that hits.
1, 2.
Do you have to make a con save against that acid?
Yeah, that'll be a DC 12.
A 3 on the dice for another
Cool.
failure.
Alright, so we have a 6 for the piercing damage. And
Okay.
I'm going to use D20 for the poison damage.
All right, so for another 25 damage, and like so many before him, he meets the same gruesome, foamy fate as his compatriots.
Okay, cool.
As you shake him to his limp, lifeless body off of the end of your massive stinger. And is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
I'm going to burn another 2nd level spell slot for some healing. So that'll be
Okay.
2d8. I gotta read that, but yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Alrighty, so that will make it Althea's turn. And she is going to stand guard in front of Molly. Just a second here. Where the hell did my shit go? Meter. Okay. All right. And she is going to she's gonna see what can she do from the range here. Yeah, she is going to try to cast a fireball centered on the Emperor. And he's going to have to make a dexterity saving throw in the air. And he fails with only a 14 in dexterity. So that is going to be... Oh, geez. I'm going to pull up my big thing again. Roll. Oof. Only another 20 points of fire damage. As he's definitely looking very worse for wear, as he's kind of... The blast of the explosion kind of careens him into the side of the platform that his throne is standing upon, although he is still flying in the air. All right. Aruk, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. I am going to run up to this archer.
Mhm.
And I'm going to stab him 3 times with my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit him with the 3 attacks.
Nat 20. Nat
Wow.
20.
What? Jesus.
Nat 20, Nat 20, and a 5.
Yeah, I was like about to say, if you tripled that nat 20, I was gonna shit myself.
Nope. Just nat 20, nat 25. That is going to be 28 and a 32.
Oh, damn. Yeah, so, yeah, you end his miserable existence on this world. He did.
Okay.
All right. So, is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
Nope.
All
That's all I can
right.
do.
That is going to bring it around to the Emperor.
Shoot at me in this and see what happens.
Alrighty, so he is going to kind of start waving his hands in the air around him, and you see a globe of magical energy like come into light around him. Now he is encased in almost what looks like a shimmering bubble of energy. And that is going to be his turn, bringing it around to Tia Dalma. Tia Dalma's looking a little beat up from having to fuck with that air elemental, and you can see that like veins in her forehead are starting to like kind of pop out, and she's starting to look almost like she's starting to go into something like a rage, almost like she's like kind of shaking and angry, and she looks at all of you and says, oh, dear children, you have truly no idea how poorly how poor the decisions you have made here today are. And fire begins to erupt in a ring around her, and basically like a 5-foot diameter around her. And she, like, you begin to see these black tendrils kind of coming up from this ring of fire at her feet. and she begins to she takes her arms out like this and begins to look up at the ceiling and is cackling, and then kneels down to the ground and pulling something out of her pocket at the same time, and begins to scribble something in the ring of fire at her feet. And that will be her turn for now. Zezel, it is your turn.
All right. Here comes some drama, boys. I'm going to use my cunning action and dash up to Teodama through the fire and slam both of my daggers into her.
All right, make 2 attacks.
Both 18s.
They both hit.
Phew.
They both hit as you kind of land in the circle with a dagger buried in each shoulder. Go ahead and roll that damage.
So it's just going to be regular damage because nobody is within.
Yep, just regular dagger damage. You do not get your sneak attack bonus.
Thank God I rolled good. So one is going to be 12, and then the other one is going to be 13.
13. All right, yeah. As you sink each dagger into her shoulders, and she's like, you guys are kind of just face to face staring there for a moment. I can't imagine there's anything else you can do on your turn.
Unfortunately, not.
All right, that will make it Molly's turn. She's kind of out of this fight, but she's gonna move. Being so low in health, she's gonna move back here and hide behind this pillar. That is going to be her turn. Perry, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. At the Emperor.
Okay. All 3 rays of him?
Yeah.
What level spell is this?
Shit. Okay, you can counterspell it. It's a level 2.
Level 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to counterspell.
You weren't? Okay. So that was a, let's see, a 15 plus 8 to hit, an 11 plus 8 to hit, and a 13 plus 8 to hit.
Okay. All 3 bolts just are magically absorbed by the bubble around him.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna spend my bonus action to burn a 2nd level spell slot to regain 2 sorcery points.
Nice. Okay. All right. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Okay. All right. Okay, Venkin, it is your turn, sir.
Run up on her 2. We're gonna do 2 claw attacks again.
Okay.
$13.
13 does not hit.
All right, neither does the other one. And then we're gonna go hit and roll for the sting.
Okay.
12.
12 does not hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck right off, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. So that will make it Althea's turn. And let me see. Althea is going to cast da, 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 da. Ooh. All right, she is going to kind of plant her feet and spread them about shoulder width apart, and kind of stick her hands out in front of her and cast a very powerful spell. She's going to cast Prismatic Spray at the Emperor, and he's going to have to make a Dexterity saving throw because this will defeat his. It's high enough level to defeat his globe. Okay, yeah. It will defeat his barrier. And a nat fucking 20 on this attack, and he is going to take double
Nice.
this. Holy shit. Okay, so she's going to use lightning damage for this one, and that is going to be 20d6
Holy shit.
Jesus
on a nat
Christ.
20. On a nat 20. Let's see, how much was that? Only 53 points of damage. I had freaking
That's a
1, 2,
crime.
3, 7 nat 1s.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s. Only 2 6s of all of those d6s. Okay, so for a total of 53 damage as he gets blasted really hard, but is still alive. And Althea looks absolutely frustrated by this. Aruk, it is your turn, sir. Aruk.
Is he out of his bubble?
No. However, this this attack seemed to go right through it.
Went right through it, huh? I am going to rush up and attack the Emperor directly. Make an attack directly at his life points.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Yeah. So you run. So are you gonna run? Oops. I didn't minimize that out. So you're gonna run up onto the platform to try to attack him. Because he's floating just off of the platform. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and make your attacks at him.
Go on, Eddie.
Okay. Got it. That is going to be 23, 28,
Hits.
and a 21.
All hit.
Okay.
All hits. As Aruka is just rolling fucking money tonight.
Crank it down.
13, 10, and a 14.
So what was a 10, a 14, and a what?
10, 13, 14.
Okay, hold on. Let me just double check and make sure. Okay, yeah. So the Emperor is looking very, very, very badly. He's got to make concentration after that, and loses concentration on his flying spell as he falls down, only falling 6 feet to the to hit in front of his throne, basically.
Can I use my bonus action to hold my trident at his throat?
Absolutely, yeah. You got your
Action
trident
word?
pointed right at him.
Yep, right at his throat.
Okay. All right. So that will be the end of your turn then. You have nothing else you can do?
Nothing else.
All right. So that will make it the Emperor's turn. He kind of looks at you, and you can kind of see a bit of a snarl, and he says, "There's no way that I'm going to be killed by the likes of you." And he begins to raise his hand up. And he is going to reach out and grab at your trident. and that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Okay.
He's going to use Shocking Grasp and grab a hold of your trident and try to electrocute you through your trident. So pull up Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp again.
Wouldn't it hurt him too?
No. It is.
It's against his throat.
Huh? Yeah. So he's still like it's. I mean, lightning is coming from him, but he just
Okay.
reaches up and grabs it, and he's gonna cast it, and you. That's gonna hit. You're gonna take 2d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
For 16 points. Fucking 2 8, 16 points of lightning damage as he shocks you through your trident. That is going to make it Tia Dalma's turn. And she is going to look up at the two of you. She's going to look directly into your eyes, Zezel. And then look over at you, Vinkin, and she's going to laugh as you've got your two daggers still buried into her shoulders. And that's when you notice the drips of blood that are running out of her wounds off the daggers and are hitting the circle at you guys' feet. And as the blood begins to sizzle on the ground inside the circle, you begin to see cracks forming in the circle as all three of you are blown back 10 feet and will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as a hole opens up in the floor, and she invites someone to play. This massive 8-foot-tall winged demon now stands before you with a massive chained mace. What is it called? Like a flail. A flail or a morning star, yes. Think like the Witch King of Angmar kind of style, fucking big mace, and he's standing there with this big devilish grin, these two massive horns jetting off of his head, and a deep-throated roar issues from his belly. And Cecil, it will be your turn.
Yep. I think I'm gonna dash up here with my friend Aruk on top of this little platform and attack the Emperor this time because he's a threat.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna make your way up there next to Aruk and try to take your 2 stabs at the Emperor.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make your 2 attacks, and you get your sneak attack bonus because you have Aruk within 5 feet of you.
Sweet. 26 for the Elven Dagger, 22 for the Obsidian Dagger.
Both hit.
$34 damage for the Elven Dagger.
Jeez.
9. $20 damage for the Obsidian Dagger.
All right. How would you like to do it?
Right in the neck.
So you're just gonna
Okay.
basically do the same thing. You're just gonna like you did to her, just kind of fucking run up the stairs and jump.
Yep.
Yeah. So as Aruk is had just been electrocuted and he's kind of reeled back a little bit after having his trident at the Emperor's throat. As he kind of reels back, he leaves just enough of a gap for Zezel to come running in, jumping on the Emperor's chest and jamming both daggers into his throat as he looks up at you in surprise, and he goes to try to speak some kind of curse or something at you, but only thing that comes out of his mouth is a bubble and then blood, as blood just issues out of his mouth, and before he can say anything, the light leaves his eyes. As he lays dead on his throne, bleeding out. All right. That is your turn then, Zizzle?
Yep.
All right. That is going to bring it around to Molly's turn. She is just going to continue hiding. Perry, it is your turn, sir.
All right. I'm gonna drink this healing potion.
Yep.
And see, Emperor's dead.
Mhm.
I mean, I've got fire spells and I've got magic missile, so I guess I'm gonna magic missile Teodalma.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do that at second level.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you go ahead and cast your magic missile. Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
That's gonna be 10, 17 damage.
17 points of damage. All right. As your orbs, your pearlescent orbs, slam into her, knocking her back. She's already pretty badly injured. Is there anything else you can do in your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my last 2 sorcery points, and I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver at Teodalma as well.
Okay. All right. So that's what an intelligence saving throw?
Yep.
Or is that a ranged attack?
Intelligence.
All right. It is a natural 6 for a total of 10.
Okay, that does not save, so she's gonna take 6 psychic damage, and on her next saving throw, she has to subtract 1d4.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she grasps at her face in pain. Venkin, it is your turn, sir.
Right. So we are going to move up behind her.
Okay.
And start with the claws.
Okay.
Oh. That is a 23 and a 22.
Hit.
Okay, so 2d8 4 for the total damage. Oh, that is a 19.
19 in damage. Okay.
And then since she got hit twice with the claw, each is a DC 12 grapple.
Okay,
that
that's
just be a-
Constitution or Strength.
I think it's strength. Would that be
Strength?
a disadvantage? So since she has to do it twice, one for each claw.
I don't think so. If she fails one, then the second one will be a disadvantage, though.
Okay.
So I guess. Let me see here. So the first one is, you know what? Yeah, actually, I think considering her condition, yes, she would have disadvantage. So, oh, you're really lucky because that's the first one was a 17, and the next one was a nat 20. So the first one's a 17 plus one's for an 18 total, and then the second one.
Okay, yeah, the minus the D4, right? But I don't think it's gonna matter.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that would bring it down to So that would bring it down to 14.
So he still passes.
And then the second one is a 7 plus. Yeah, so for an 8, so she fails the second one, making her grappled. So you get advantage on your stinger attack.
Well, so that'd be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 8 on the piercing, and then she's got to make a DC 12 con save.
19 natural, so.
Okay. And I'm rolling the poison damage now, so she takes half of that.
Okay.
And I will continue to grapple. Hopefully anybody wants to hit her. Does she? Yeah, she can try and get out of that on her turn, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, she can try to struggle against it.
Okay.
Alrighty, so that will make it Althea's turn. And Althea is running fucking low on high-level spell slots. Okay, she is going to cast... Shit, you're right behind him. So she can't really do that. She's going to yell at Perry to move to his left. As she moves to her right to here.
Okay.
And she is going to cast Lightning Bolt at the big-ass demon boy. Okay. As he has to make a dexterity saving throw and makes a fucking nat 20. So he's going to take half of half with a nat 20 on that. So that is going to be... Let's just do that.
Wouldn't Tia Dalma have to save?
Oh, yes, she would. And she's going to be at disadvantage because...
She's grappled.
Oh, no, because I changed his angle, I think. No, she still will. She still will. And that is going to be a failure. So she's going to take the full damage, which was, what was that, 28? Ooh, she's very, very, very injured. Let's see here. And then he's going to take only half of that. All right. Okay. All right. That is going to be her turn, making it the big boy's turn. All right. He is going to approach the two of you on the altar, and he's going to take a swing with his claws at each of you. Or with his claws, with his damn mace thing at each of you. So that will be against you, Zezel. That is a 26 to hit, and against Aruk, that is a 22 to hit.
Fuck.
So that is going to be... So that's going to be 27 points of damage to you, of bludgeoning damage to you, Zezel, and then... Ooh, a lot lower rolled on this one for 19 points of damage against you, Aruk. I rolled a lot lower on that one.
Okay.
And then he is going to... Yeah, that's going to be his turn. Actually, hold on. Does he have a third turn? Does he get a third attack, or does he just get the 2? Oh, shit. Okay, so he gets 4 attacks. That's my bad. I thought he has... All right. So then he has a bite attack and a tail whip attack. So I need you two to make a dexterity saving throw against the tail attack. It's a DC 18.
It was going to be a 19.
Succeeds. And Zizzle? Dexterity saving throw?
Not a 1.
Not a 1, so you don't get all of your stealth bonuses. This is just dexterity saving throw, so your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
So,
You gotta beat at 18.
Wait, so automatically a 10, right?
Oh wait, so I
Automatically 10, yeah.
I still get my proficiency bonus though.
Yeah, you get your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity, and then because it's just a yeah, it's not like a stealth roll or anything. It's just a dexterity saving throw.
Do you get uncanny dodge too, or
I
something?
still get.
Oh yeah, you get a K dodge. So that's automatically halved. Any damage.
So 15.
15 misses, so you get half. So that fails. So you still take half damage.
Okay.
And Eric succeeds, so he'll take half damage as well. And that is 1, 2, Okay, so that is going to be 8 points for 8 points of bludgeoning damage for each of you, and then Aruk, you're going to take a bite attack from him, and that is going to be a miss. He misses the bite attack,
Okay.
and that will make it Aruk's turn.
All right. So I am going to run up and leap off of the fucking throne.
Like towards Teodalma.
Yeah, and then I'm going to
Okay.
leap over here and stab
Okay.
her with my
You're gonna take
trident.
You're going to take an attack of opportunity because his range is 10 feet.
Ah, fuck. All right, that's fine.
Can you
Okay,
run
so you're going to
around
take.
Try
You're
to
going
go
to take.
around. I tried to leap off of the thing, like
So
up
he's
here.
gonna. Yeah, I know what you're trying. Yeah, you're trying to like run. Well, you have to run
Yeah.
over here and then jump off kind of in front of him, almost like above him, but it's still within
Okay.
10 feet of him. So
I've got
he's
enough
gonna get that.
HP.
So
I've got enough HP.
that's a nat 20, my dude.
You can't nat 20 me with my adamantium armor.
What do you mean? You can't nat 20
Adamantium
you?
plate. Yeah, can't nat 20 me.
What do you mean
So here, let me-
adamantium plate? What are you
So
talking
here,
about
let
here?
me read it. Let me read it. Go
Bitch
to
turned into
inventory.
Wolverine all of a sudden playing.
Yeah, I was about to say,
COD.
hold up, bro. That's
This-
not how this works.
This suit is reinforced with adamantium, one of the hardest substances in existence. While you're wearing it, any critical hit turns against you, become a normal hit.
Where did you get
Where did you
adamantium, Eric?
Pull this
I didn't
out
give
of?
you any adamantium.
You, whenever you let me choose my armor.
I didn't let you
The thing
choose.
that's been given-
No.
Yes, you did. It's
What
an
did I let you
uncommon.
choose?
Uncommon. It's an uncommon armor.
I don't remember giving you adamantium armor.
Uncommon armor plate, and you let me choose uncommon armor. So I chose
How is the Marvel Universe
Adamantine.
leaked?
Adamantine. I don't know. Look it up. Adamantine.
That sounds
Armor,
like
5th edition. Okay, so I guess it. Yeah. I guess it does. I don't know how I allowed that to happen. But okay, so it's a regular hit, but nonetheless,
Nonetheless, I still get hit.
you've angered the god.
yeah, you have angered the gods. And so that is going to be. Ew.
There's a GG.
That is going to be
the character
30
sheet.
points. That's going to be 30 points of bludgeoning damage and you're knocked in the hit as you're flying through the air. Unfortunately, changes your trajectory, and you land about 10 feet off of Teodalma.
Then I'm gonna
That-
fucking lose 3 arrows at her.
From the
All right,
ground,
yeah.
you're not prone.
Yeah, you land on the ground, prone, also taking 2d6 fall damage because that's some bullshit.
He's like, you know what? See the
No,
window
you're gonna
behind
take-
the throne?
You are
go
gonna take.
through it.
Yeah, you're gonna
outside.
take. You fall to your death. I'm done with this shit. No, no, you do take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are laying down. So if you're gonna try to take these shots, they're all gonna be a disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless you want to stand up with one action and then take 2 shots without
That
disadvantage.
is going to be an 18.
Okay.
20.
Okay. Is this with disadvantage? Because I don't believe you.
This is with
Because you haven't missed a
disadvantage.
single shot this whole entire
And a six-
fucking time.
And a 16. 16 is my final
16.
hit.
The 16 misses.
Okay, so
Okay, the AC just went up by 10. No.
Hang on, wait. I got a quick
a
question.
19
She's
and a
grappled. Does he
20.
get?
She's grappled too, so she gets disadvantage.
Yeah, but it's not. There's no disadvantage on just being hit.
do you
Like she's
mean?
have to make a dexterity
Staying
saving
still?
throw.
No, wouldn't it cancel out his disadvantage from the ground?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
I guess, yeah. So I guess for that one, you already hit with the other 2, so
Okay.
re-roll for that one.
that was a nat 20. A nat
Okay.
20.
All right, roll
Damn.
your damage. Roll your damage, because this is you better enjoy a root, because this is your last session as a root.
This is your last move.
Yeah.
10, 10, an 8, and a 9.
All right.
And then I'm going to take my
Stop while you're ahead.
I'm gonna take my second wind as my bonus action and,
And
heal
heal yourself?
myself. Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you lose 3 arrows, and they all stick into Tia Dalma. She is now mostly limp, looking almost at death in Venkin's claws. That would be the Emperor's turn, but he's dead. It is now Tia Dalma's turn. She's going to make a strength check to try to get out of this grapple. That is going to be an 18. Do you have a DC
that's
for
a
that?
12. Yeah, it's been 12. Sorry.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, so that's a success. She's able to get out of that, and then she is going to cast. As she escapes the grapple, she's going to weakly cast darkness, enveloping the entire area in darkness. I don't really have a thing for that. Let me go to my art library real quick, see if I can find something to place over the area.
Is she still grappled?
No, she defeated the
No.
grapple.
Okay.
Okay. The arm. This is the first thing I found. The Armchair of Darkness. the Armchair of Darkness.
What the fuck?
I can't find anything else quickly.
Under the couch
And-
cushion of darkness.
I cast Conjure Armchair.
And now there is a magical darkness that is now over this entire area behind the throne. Zezel, it is your turn.
Does she try and move, or
Really?
does she just stay there?
You have no idea.
No. Well,
It is dark around
I
you.
have blind sight,
You do have blind sight, so you can see that she is trying to move away from you.
so is that an attack of opportunity?
Perhaps actually. Though she has not entirely left your range just yet. Let's get through Zezel's turn. We'll do that on her next turn. Zezel.
I'm sure the big boy's still alive, but I don't really want to fight him.
Just jump onto the armchair.
Right.
Yeah.
Hide
get
yourself in the
out.
shadows. Yeah. Hide yourself inside some shadows.
I'm gonna jump towards Aruk's soothing sounding voice in the shadows.
Okay. All right. Make an athletics check or acrobatics check.
Tell me nobody in this party has banish.
That will be 15 plus 13.
All right. Yeah. So you're able to not land on Aruk in the darkness. You land deftly, and now you two are hidden beneath the Armchair of Darkness. All right. Is there anything else you can do? Or are you just gonna hide in the darkness?
I'm just gonna
For this
hide in the
round.
dark.
Gotcha. Okay. Molly's turn. Molly is still hiding. Perry, it is your turn, sir.
All right. I am going to cast Magic Missile at the last place I saw Tia Dalma.
Okay. Alrighty. So you cast Magic Missile into the darkness. Let's see here. Yeah, so that would go ahead and that would probably hit. She hasn't moved far enough. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
12 damage. Alrighty. Yeah, so yeah, she takes the damage, but it is completely dark. You have no idea what's happened.
Okay.
But you hear the thuds of impact. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
I can move, but yeah, I'm gonna move back. To like here.
Okay. All right. Venkin, it is your turn, sir.
We're gonna go ahead and do 2 claws.
Okay.
And that is a 21. The other one didn't.
That
hit.
hits. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that one hits. Oh,
That's a 4 on the claw damage. Is she
'Kay.
grappled?
yes, she is in your grasp.
Oh. Okay, then we're gonna do the stinger.
Okay.
That is a I get advantage on that.
Mhm.
Didn't matter. 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay. What is the mechanics behind trying to pick up and move somebody that is grappled?
Well, I mean, if you have her on your claws, you can just. I mean, you are a giant fucking scorpion. You can kind of just pick her up.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. And we will walk to the other side of Zezel, out of the darkness.
Okay, give me just a second here. Let me move you so I can actually move her tokens. Yeah, so you appear out of the magical Armchair of Darkness's shadowy grip, with Tia Dalma limp and seemingly lifeless in your claws.
Nope.
All right. It is Althea's turn. She is looking a little like shit. Because she now has no idea what's going on in the darkness. So she is going to.
Hold on. Isn't darkness a concentration spell?
Oh, it is. So you're absolutely right. So it is the dark as Venkin emerges from the darkness with Teodalma seemingly limp, lifeless form in his claws. The darkness around everyone begins to dissipate. And Althea moves over here, and using her last spell slot of this level is going to try for another lightning bolt at the big boy. He's going to make a dexterity saving throw and succeed again. All right, and that is going to be 30 points of damage against the biggin as he gets absolutely zapped by lightning, but still seems quite capable of fucking everything up. And speaking of, it is his turn. After the darkness dissipates, he turns and sees the two of you back behind the altar and charges. Actually, seeing the limp, lifeless body of Tia Dalma in his hands, in your hands, he actually is going to move over here towards you, Venkin, and is going to take his first mace attack at you, which is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
17 hits. Alrighty. That's going to be... Ooh, I low rolled that. $19 points of bludgeoning damage, and then Let's see. Claw attack. Claw attack misses.
Yep.
Tail attack. I need a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 7.
That fails. And finally, the bite attack, which is a natural 20, my friend. So fuck. All right. So I've got the tail attack.
Wouldn't this thing also hurt Teodolma as well, since Vinkin's carrying?
Yeah, she fails the tail attack as well, and is gonna take this damage as well. So that's gonna be 30 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail attack, and then 66 points of damage from the bite attack on you, Venkin, with that nat 20. Are you still up?
I am up, I believe, but I'm out of wild shape, and then I take 67 points of damage to
Your main form. Okay.
my main form. Let me make sure I have that much HP. I think I do. I do.
Okay, so yeah, you're left standing there battered in your original form after taking quite the monstrous hit. I will say though, in losing your form, you do lose grappling of Tia Dalma's body, and she is now laying about 10 feet away from you, seemingly lifeless on the ground. Aruk, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. Well, all of my plans thus far have failed. Guess I am going to stand up with half my movement speed. I guess loose 3 arrows at the big guy as I get myself some deft cover behind this lovely fucking like thing right here.
Absolutely. Okay, so you loose 3 arrows at him.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay. Well, only one hits. So 25.
25 to hit. Yeah,
10,
that absolutely
yep.
hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
10, 12, and 25, and then that is going to be an 11 damage.
11 damage. All right. Yeah, as two of your arrows just kind of glint off of him, but one manages to find some purchase. So guys, really quick, I didn't realize how late it was. We've been going for 3.5 hours. How much longer can everyone really play?
I could probably go to the end of combat.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too.
Okay. Yeah, because this guy's still got quite a bit of HP. It's going to take you guys a little while to whittle him down. This could take another 30 or 40 minutes. Okay. Just with how slow combat goes. So if you guys want, we can put a pin in it here and finish combat next session if you guys like. Because like I said, it is good. Okay. All right. Zezel, Aruk, are you guys good to go?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I'm gonna get rid of that. Aruk, you loose your arrows. Is there anything else you can do?
Well, I could potentially, fuck. No, there's nothing else I can do besides sit there and hide.
Alrighty, Zezel, it is your turn, sir.
Is Venkin within 5 feet of the demon thing?
Yeah, he's within range, yes.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna be brave and run up behind him and dagger into his back.
Yeah, absolutely.
22 for the Elven Dagger.
22 hits, absolutely.
And 17 for the Obsidian Dagger.
All right, the 17 does not hit.
Shit.
Actually, hold on. Let me double check that. No, that 17 does not hit.
Nah, still 36 points of damage.
Nice. All right. Alrighty. That will make it. Are you gonna say yeah? If you move, you'll get a. You can try to disengage if you like. Or are you gonna just stay there for the rest of your turn?
So, like, does it count as an opportunity attack if I disengage?
So the way I think your disengage works is I don't think so. I think you can disengage without an opportunity attacks at this point.
Yeah, because I've got
It's
this,
only against one enemy. I don't think
alert.
it's if you're surrounded.
and it says melee attack denies one target opportunity attacks versus you.
Yeah, so you could disengage and move if you wanted to.
Yeah,
And go back to cover.
behind the pillar with a rook.
Okay. All right, Perry, your turn, sir.
All right.
Oops.
I'm gonna go out on a whim here.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to cast command at the demon.
Ooh. Okay.
I want it to flee if it can.
Okay. All right. Hold on, let me look up command really quick. Must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Okay, let me make sure he's not immune, and then yeah, we can go ahead and make that wisdom saving throw. Nope, he is not immune. All right, so wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC then?
Yep.
That is a 16.
Meets beats.
Meets beats, so he
Damn.
succeeds.
Fuck. Okay.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you could try on this turn, sir?
No, I'm gonna move like over here and get some cover.
Okay. Alrighty. That is going to make it Althea's turn, and she is going
Well,
to
Wait,
what?
I thought I was after Perry.
Oh shit, my bad. I pressed the fuck. I accidentally double tapped the button. It is your
Oh,
turn.
you're good. So a quick question:
Yes.
is this thing only alive as long as she is, or is it now got its?
No, basically now it's just
It's
to
a-
some degree free from her control, kind of
Okay.
like your air elementals.
Okay. So we're going to cast Mass Cure Wounds
Okay.
at a 6th level spell slot, which gives everybody. I'm gonna
Is there a
roll
range on that?
60 feet.
So everybody, so only a
even
rook.
Perry gets. Yeah.
Oh, Parry does as well. Okay. So a
all of us
rook,
are gonna
Zezel, and
get
Parry.
4d8 plus my modifier, which is 8, so that's 28 to everybody, including myself.
Very nice.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm gonna go back into the scorpion. Yeah. And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Okay, so you transform back in the scorpion. Alrighty, so then that will make it Althea's turn. Unfortunately, she's unable to cast anything. You back there. She's gonna move up here and is going to cast. Bum, 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 bum. She is gonna cast. Where the fuck is that at? I want to read the effects of this really quick. Sorry, guys. Damn it. Alrighty, she is gonna cast Ray of Frost, and he is going to have to. She's gonna make a range spell attack, a nat 20, so double the damage die on that bad boy, which is unfortunately still only 2d8 for a total of 8 damage. Yeah, sorry, that was so 11 damage. 11 points of cold damage as she kind of sticks her hand out and she calls out to Perry. I'm starting to run out of magic here.
Yeah, I'm not doing great either.
And that brings it around to the big boy's turn. And Venkin, you are unfortunately right in front of his face, so he's going to take his first mace attack at you and miss.
Awesome.
He's going to
Love it.
miss. This is going to frustrate him, and he is going to move over around you, staying within your range. And oops, this thing's kind of still weird. And he's going to scoop Tia Dalma up in one of his hands and have her under one of his arms. And then he's going to take, as he does this, then he's going to use his movement and one of his actions to pick that up, and he's going to take his last attack at you as well, Vinkin, swinging the mace at you one final time on this turn and miss again.
See it.
Luckily for you, boy, and that's going to make it Aruk's turn.
All right, I'll be a hero. I'm gonna run up beside Venkin. Oh god, how do I get? Oh, they're fucking hexagons. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
We get
Whatever.
it.
I'm right beside him. Yeah, we get it. And I'm going to take 3 stabs at him, but I'm going to use my fighting spirit, which will give me temporary HP and also advantage on my attack rolls till the
Nice.
end of the turn. So.
Okay.
I can be your hero, baby. Holy shit. 25, 11, and a nat 20.
See, 11 misses, the nat 20 and the 25 hit.
Okay, let me roll that again for advantage. That is going to be a that is going to be a 28, a 26, and a nat 20.
All right, well, you're damaged.
All right. $13, $9, $16, and $16.
13, 9, 16, and 16. So minus 32.
How much HP did you give me?
28.
28. Okay. Okay. All right. Just had to add my
All
team's
right.
HP and your HP. All right.
All righty.
Into the thick of it.
All right, so that'll make it Zezel's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna use my dash action and do the same thing again.
Gotcha. Take your attacks.
18 and a 21.
18 misses. 21 hits.
Check. 31 points of damage.
31. Nice. Oops. Alrighty, sir. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
Unfortunately not, because I already dashed.
Yep. All right, Perry, your turn, sir.
Alrighty, I'm gonna move here. And I'm gonna try command one more time.
All right,
Command him to flee.
go ahead and. Alrighty, so that's what was a wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom 16.
Ooh, let's see what his wisdom is again. Oh, for a 15 total on the with the modifier and everything. So you command him to flee.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So as you kind of stick your hand out and issue this command, what language do you issue this command in?
Infernal.
Rock.
Absolutely.
roll.
As you issue this command in Infernal,
I believe Teodama.
one
you could
word.
only one word command, and he said flee. And so as he looks at you and snarls back at you in Infernal, this will not be the last you see of us. And the wings on his back open and he flies about 20 feet up into the air and takes off flying down this way. Heading out towards the doors. With Teodama, I'll remove her icon for now. In his arms. Yeah, so is there anything else you can do on your turn, sir?
I didn't think I would need to do anything else.
I just didn't know if you wanted to do anything else.
Cheers.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna finger gun and fill my cloak.
Gotcha. Absolutely. Venkin, is there anything you'd like to do as this is all happening? You're just gonna kind of just let him flee? Stick your middle finger up at him and yeah, get him. Yeah, pincer at him.
Zoidberg.
Yeah, claw gun him. Zoidberg.
Yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. All right. And yeah, so Althea does the same. She just kind of stands by. After the fall of the Emperor, these archers, by the way, guys, these archers kind of like after the Emperor was dead and all this other crazy shit was going on, these demons, I skipped their turn a couple of times and just kind of to speed up combat, but they all one by one begin to try to flee out of the had begun to try to flee. Yeah, like I said, I with everything going on, I wanted to kind of try to speed this up a little bit. So making it the Pit's Fiend turn, and he will take the rest of his movement speed on this turn to dash and bust through the doors out of the great chamber, leaving you guys out of combat and alone in the throne room, which is where we will call it for tonight. And we will pick up again next session where we left off with the party in the throne room.